All right. Good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if I sound all right audio-wise, hit that number 1. I'm a little worried. Not usually there's at least a few of you chatting in the chat box before I ever get started, but there has been zero chatter, so... No, all right, I guess there was zero. I guess there was nothing broken. People were just not talking ahead of time. Pam, Trucking, Hoover, Kyle, HR, Viper, Evil. Perfect. Good. Okay, well, very quickly, Pulse, Batch, good morning. Baz, Boza, good morning. Well, very quickly, for those of you that watched this in the archive, first off, thank you very much. And just to be very transparent and upfront with you, if you want to have something to continue to watch in the archive, this is totally viewer supported, and the best way to support the stream is to use code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms I use. I recommend I love Take Profit Trader. I think they're the king of the industry. But I do also understand everybody's at a different stage in their prop firm journey. Maybe you're using multiple firms, but either way, if you want to save yourself some money and help support a stream that you want to continue to watch, then like I said, code CLAY, all caps, is how you can help support that with any of these prop firms. So for those of you that have used code CLAY and you continue to use it, truly I thank you for it. It's making a difference, and it does indeed help. And for those that haven't, well then hey, I appreciate at least you considering. All right. Well, good morning, everybody, officially. Tricky morning, and I think it's disappointing for me. I got a little hindsight bias, but at 11 a.m., just remind me to kind of go over the status of my day. This is good. Okay, we got just a minute. Let me just double check. 85. Ooh, that's okay. Short. Take that little scalp there. There we go. Okay. Just wanna All right. I'm not gonna let it get in my head. That's fine. If you were here on yesterday's stream, you saw me not take scalps, and then just not that it was a bad day, but I take a scalp there, and it's looking like it might have given me more follow through, but maybe not. Anyways, at 11 a.m., somebody please remind me to talk and just kind of set the context for my day. But yeah, bad news in several different departments, including morale mushrooms, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But it all fits together. I promise it all fits together with kind of the status of where my day is at. But so hopefully you're all off to a good day. A tricky morning. I would say the rule today, or the exception, is if you did not roast an account. So if you're sitting here saying I've not roasted any accounts, I think you are the exception, not the rule, because let's just go through a couple of these things. So right here, before 9:30 a.m., so the New York Open, nice increase in volume, nice bullish candle. So if that set people's tone as bullish, I don't think you're crazy at all. I understand why you would be bullish. I understand that. And then right there, just those people destroyed. Now on this move here, I can see people, okay, here we go, creating a bearish maybe attitude and thinking, all right, let's see what happens. And then what do we have? We have a V shape straight back up, barely any pullbacks. So even if you're looking for a short to not even necessarily go to new lows, but at least pull back a little bit, shorts all of a sudden got cooked. And then right here we have, let's say you're like, okay, now we're bullish. Okay, let me buy right here at these lows on the pullback. Well, from here down to the low of that pullback was a 60-point move. And now if you had super small size, I suppose you could have, in theory, weathered that storm. But if you were just even medium size, again, that's a pullback starting from this low right here. If you quote unquote bought the pullback up here, well then that's even a bigger of a pullback. But even right there, from this crosshair down was 60 points. So I can see people trying to buy that pullback, getting cooked, to then just see it head back up. So I mean, all sorts of trickery early on where, like I said, if any of those moves cooked you, I can understand why. Hey, expat, good morning. Maggie, good morning. Good morning, Azaria. Which stock is this? This is not a stock. Day trading stocks is garbage. This is futures. Day trading futures through a prop firm is by far the most efficient way to go about day trading. So this is definitely not a stock. These are futures contracts. And to be specific, the futures contract is the MNQ. Hey, good morning, Barrow. How are all your days going, though? How are your days all going? Green, red, terrible, fantastic, worst day ever, best day ever, cooked an account, passed an account, qualified for a payout. We love futures good. Green trading, SOH all morning, break even, cook to pro, bummer. But I can see that. Green a bit, payout land back. Hey, all right, Glock. Congrats. Just passing eval, congrats. The market maker made. The market maker. Oh, good. Yeah, you must have sent him a Christmas card, Lou. Red from SPY. Well, you need to stop day trading SPY. Well, no, Clay, I'm trading SPY options. That's even worse. That's even worse if you're day trading SPY options. I'm green this morning. Green, Gertie. All right. Well, sounds like a lot of you have weathered. Okay, here we go. Maybe another trade down here. I guess we could call it either a double or triple bottom. If you want to clump these two together, then I suppose this would be considered a double bottom. But if you're looking at these individually, I suppose this is potentially a triple bottom here. Like I said, I want to see some form of confirmation. I could throw an order right there and just try to anticipate the bounce, but I'm going to try to err on the side of caution a little bit more here. And there it goes down through. So could be just a fake breakdown here. Practice the SOH model today. Hey, sitting on your hands is more times than not the best trade you can make. No trade is the best trade more times than not. As counterintuitive as that may be. Yep, very glad I did not just buy right there. So right here, power of waiting for confirmation because there was no confirmation. Therefore, I was wrong to think it could bounce from there. With that said, I was right to wait for confirmation. Therefore, I avoided what would have been a losing trade. So just because you're wrong on an idea doesn't mean you automatically lose money. So hopefully you find some comfort in that. I tried to talk along on that first double bottom, but it didn't work out. Take. Okay, you tried to take along on that first double bottom. Gotcha. Typo, gotcha. Yes, yeah, I got you, random hero. All right, let's see. Again, somebody at 11 a.m. remind me to share the status of my day and the bad news from so disappointing. All right, maybe. I was hoping it'd come down here and bounce back. Be careful on position size, by the way. Check out these numbers and then look at the distance on the chart. Very, very small little distance to travel from here to here. But look at the difference in these numbers, 20 points. So this is a quite volatile day. So keep an extra eye open on that position size. Well, okay. I'm not. When I say bad news, it's not maybe. Let me put it this way: it's not like I just cooked 5,000 accounts or anything like that. Okay, it's not that kind of bad news. It's just more of an annoyance bad news. Hey, good morning, Raspberry. Right. ES also just bouncing up off of Overnight low. What's oil doing? Oh, man. Okay, so on oil, I mapped out this yellow line earlier to the private community as kind of a key area. And yeah, check that out. I mean, even right now, later on. So that area right up there around 100, 140, key area over there on oil. On break from building your house. Hey, let's go! I know this dude, Mark. He's one of the guys building the house. Are you guys' shirts on or off right now? Let me okay. So I don't know if Sam told you this, Mark, but I figured out how I'm going to fund finishing off the basement. I'm gonna do a McNeely calendar, and then every month, each one of you brothers is gonna have like your own month. So that one day when I was there taking pictures, I lied. It was not because my wife wanted pictures of the house. It was because I was working on the calendar. So that is my game plan. Mark, I think if I remember right, you are the month of December. Good. I'm glad you guys were able to make it. All right, maybe, kind of, sorta, along down here. You're within $20? All right, Hoover, you got it. Whoa, whoa. What was that? I heard a good quote. Don't fear the person practicing 10,000 ticks one time. Fear the person practicing one kick. Oh, yep. Agreed. Have live Discord, no delay. I mean, I have a Discord, but it's not. There's no video to it. My private community are a bunch of independent thinkers, so that me having video there doesn't do anything because nobody is looking to just blindly follow me. Because unfortunately, Lapa nice. That's not how trading works. I understand a lot of people out there make it seem like, oh, just follow me, pay me, and then just follow what I do, and you're gonna make all this money. That's not. If only it were that easy. You have to learn how to think for yourself. Except for Mark. Mark blindly follows me, other than him. But, so, no. My Discord, this is how my Discord works. I'll just show you a quick little thing. I mean, I still give, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So, like, here you go. So, here's that I was talking about earlier. The that level on oil. So like that's an example right there. So I was just talking about on this stream, I don't know, a few minutes ago about that yellow line. So there you go. I mean, there's pictures and there's words, but at the end of the day, you have to be an independent thinker to think through that and say, okay, does that fit my strategy? If so, how can I use it to put on a trade and all that? I understood very little. I'm Brazilian. I'm using a translator. Okay. I was going to try some Spanish, but then it just dawned on me. People in Brazil don't speak Spanish, right? They speak Portuguese. But maybe, I don't know. Is Portuguese and Spanish kind of the same? Well, that 1K... Well, that put 1K in my test. Super tricky day, Blue Pro. Yeah, very tricky day. Okay, maybe a short here. Maybe a short. Again, I got to remember my position size. Okay, I'm short. Stop is right up there. Let's see if this thing wants to come down at all. Try to take some off right there for my... Or do I go for the scalpy scalp? No, let's see if this thing wants to come down. Come on. Come on. Hit that first line. Come on. Come on, brother. Get down there, brother. Come on, you dirtbag. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All right. Yeah, let's make sure this is at least a winning trade. Wait, what? Okay, let's try that again. Oh, my. Okay. All right, out. Out there. I put my stop slightly in the green, but basically as soon as I put my stop in there, wow, okay. Well, I played that one as well as I could have there. Bummer. No rollover, but I'll take it. Not the same, but similar. I am from Portugal. Gotcha. Hey, good morning, Eddie. Good morning, Clay. And chat, here is the red everyone was begging for. Yeah, the red showed up. Hey, Jimbo. Okay, remind me in less than 1 minute. Wow. Okay, I played... Man, I think... Okay. Stop talking. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get a rejection off the... Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, because I can get such a tight little risk reward. Okay, there we go. If it doesn't reject, I'll take a small little loss. Let's see if it can get a push down through or off of that 21 EMA. Okay, it's not, though. It's not. Let me give it a little bit more time. Oh, I was going to say all right, I got to get out. All right, that one did not work. Wow, this bounce has got... It's got some strength to it, apparently. Okay, 11 a.m. Okay. So the context for... So right now, I am on a test account, and I'll explain why I'm on a test account and all that right now. So usually... Okay, so rewind 1 week ago, I was talking about, oh man, my stomach. Something was off last night. My stomach, I'm not quite sure what it was, and blah, blah, blah. Anyways. And then there was a theory, okay, well, we went morel mushroom hunting last Monday. We made some. And, yeah, I don't know, was it the mushrooms? But that didn't make a whole lot of sense because my kids ate them. My wife ate some. They were fine. I had them last year multiple times. Nothing like that. So I was like, okay, maybe I don't know, ate too much dinner. I don't know what it was. Okay. Fast forward to yesterday, last night, and we made some morels again. I promise this all has to do with trading and where I'm at right now. So, we had some last night. First time doing them in like the flour, and then we fried them in like some avocado oil. Fantastic. And I'm not taking this short because my stop loss would be way up there. And on a day like today, that's like a 25-point stop. No thanks. I'm not looking for a 25-point stop, but good grief, that's a nice setup right there. Had them last night, and 30 minutes later, I'm like, oh no, you got to be... The same exact feelings, the cramping, kind of like some sharp pains here or there. And long story short, a same exact repeat. Just my stomach was all cramped up and same thing. So that's just my long way of saying I forgot to, because I was in discomfort. It's not pleasant. I forgot to request money from Take Profit Trader last night. You know, for anybody that's ever used Take Profit Trader, your account dashboard updates, okay, here's how much you're eligible for a payout, blah, blah, blah. You request the money, and then, by the time the next day shows up, usually they get it all approved, and then you're good to go to your pro account. Because you don't want to trade your pro accounts without getting that withdrawal, because if you cook it, well, then you don't get any of the money. So because my stomach, I forgot to, or I had to do it this morning, and it has not been approved yet, so I've not been able, I don't want to, I could trade my pro account if I wanted to, but I don't want to because I don't want to risk not being able to lock in those gains. So on the goodness, so that's the bad news. The very bad news is, I guess, after doing some research, I've developed some sort of sensitivity to morel mushrooms, which can happen. But again, kids ate them. Nobody else had any issues except me last night. And morel mushrooms are so good. But yeah, so that is super disappointing for me. That I apparently cannot handle morel mushrooms for the time being. Maybe I'll give it a try next year, but this year I'm going to keep searching for them. But I'm done eating them. So that was that's a bit of bad news number one. Bit of bad news number 2 is this morning, I don't know. Like I said, I passed, no, I passed an account. So that was good news. At least I got one 50K passed. This is a new 50K that I'm on. So this is the eval. Like I said, off to a good start on this eval. But that is why I'm on the eval right now, because I don't want to risk anything on the pro. And yeah, and then another one I did a flip day. So no pro trading because of the morel mushroom issue. Passed the 50K account, did a flip day on a 50K account, which will officially be passed today, and then started this one, which off to a good start. So that is kind of how we got to where I am right now. Is disappointing, mainly because of the morel mushroom thing. But I guess maybe in a business sense, we can just start making some good money because morel mushrooms per pound sell for a lot. And given if I'm not going to eat them, and the kids like them, my wife likes them, but like, do they like them as much as I do? No. So I don't know. Maybe we can sell them, make some kids some money. I don't know. Last year I could have sworn that like morel mushrooms were going for like $40 a pound, $50 a pound. No, I don't remember saying I was hallucinating. I don't remember that part. I remember saying my stomach was cramping up. So there we go. That is the status of my day, where I'm at, why I'm at where I am. Yeah, the money's safe once you move it to your wallet. Yeah, but I have not. I have just requested it to be moved to my wallet, but they have not approved it yet. Which is usually not an issue because part of my evening routine is, all right, whether it's before I go to bed or just at some point, just swing by the computer, check the dashboard, okay, it's updated, and then, make the request, and then I show up the next morning and I'm good to go. Clay, what if we are all a dream? Well, then I guess I'm the Greek god in your dream, aren't I? Morel mushrooms good for your morale. They used to be. Hey, good morning, Timbo. So you take, I'm on team, pay myself every penny earned. I'm not saying that that's the way you're supposed to do it, or you should. Some people build buffer, but I don't build buffer. What if we are all a dream? Again, some of you, I don't know. I think you've watched a little too many movies. You hear mushrooms and you default to like drugs. Believe it or not, I know. Some of you, I'm about to drop some knowledge bombs on you. Believe it or not, some mushrooms are not for that. It's crazy. I'm sure it's crazy for you. However, some mushrooms will tear up your stomach. That's for sure. I was a big short trader of 8 blacked out. Oh, panics and then I went to my app. Oh, yeah, Southpaw. Yeah. So you made some checks mix too, huh? You're cracking all kinds of walnuts. Approval on my wallet normally takes an hour or so. Yeah, today, yeah. I don't know, maybe they approve it at some point during the stream, but even if they do, I don't know, yeah, perhaps I hop over to that live account, but at the same token, I don't want to, I don't want to just risk anything either at this point. Yeah, Portobello. Yeah, those are good too. All right, maybe a triple bottom or double if you want to consider this one grouping a low and then over here another low. Hey, Tony. Weekend was good. Weekend was good. House is coming along. So yeah, They started to raise some walls yesterday on the second floor, so that was cool. Some more concrete. I think they're going to pour because we have like a wraparound porch type thing that will be concrete. So I think they're pouring that, and then the garage sometime this week. But we did have quite a bit of rain yesterday morning, storms. So I'm not sure if that kind of threw off the logistics from a mud perspective. But right now, in theory, and for anybody that lives in the Midwest, you understand weather. Weather is always in theory. But in theory, it's supposed to be sunny for like the next 2 weeks straight. So really hoping that the fellas knock out quite a bit. All right, so do we have a range now? Is this the early stages of a range? So top of the range, up here you can see a rejection, a rejection, a rejection. Then we have a bounce and a bounce. So if it comes down here, I don't know. I don't know if I'm fully convinced that this is a range, but I'm considering the idea. So maybe I'll try a range trade. Or is this actually the bottom of the range here, the overnight low? And this was just a little temporary fake breakdown of it. Did anybody take that one short when I was calling that a beautiful? Like I said, for me, that was a bit sketchy because, see, if my entry was, I'll just call it 92 and my stop is up there. Yeah, that's a 20. That was a 20, would have been a 28-point stop. Which shows how volatile today is. Yesterday, what would that have been? Maybe a 15-point stop? Well, I mean, are you spoofing, Tony? I don't know. That would be my first thought. Are you spoofing? No? Well, have you reached out to them and said, hey, I'm not spoofing? Yeah, right. I mean, yeah. So even if that is a range, Azaria, yeah, I'm not complaining about it. I mean, because you still have 80 points to work with. Yes, I did. They said is final. So then you must have been spoofing. Now you may disagree with their definition of spoofing. I'm not pushing back against that. But you must have done something where you hit their definition of whatever spoofing is. Hey, good morning, Relax, Aradu. One thing I did learn better, seeing this session and coming back the next day. So there's some rule that I mean, they're protecting themselves again. I don't know what it is, but because I'll be like, oh well, the prop firms will look for any reason at all to ban you. It's like, well, I understand that argument if you're in like still the simulated environment where you're literally costing the prop for money. I get that argument, but if I read right, you're in a Pro Plus, right? Yeah. So you're in a Pro Plus. So at this point, they would be protecting themselves against pretty much regulators or somebody because they actually want you to make money. Like, because they're getting to keep 10% of that gain, and that gain is coming from the market itself. So, I mean, you met some definition of spoofing by regulators or something. Because it does not do take profit any good to just arbitrarily ban you from a Pro Plus account when they are, like, that is their ultimate end goal. Like, that is a good spot for them. where they can sit back and be like, we watched this trader go from the test phase all the way to the live market, and now we get to keep 10% of their gains. Like, that is the ultimate spot for them. They're making money, and you are not a cost to them any longer. The only way you could be a cost is if you are doing stuff, and I'm not saying you were, I'm just saying in general, is if somebody's doing stuff in a shady way that could then get Take Profit Trader in trouble with, regulators and stuff, because technically you are under their umbrella, however that works. I got hit with the spoofing thing too with Take Profit Trader. It comes right. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it comes right from the CME, not Take Pride of them. Yeah, exactly. That's my whole point right now. Is it's not with Take Profit Trader. It's with it would have to be with the regulators, because Take Profit Trader they want you to stay in Pro Plus, or I'm sorry, in the Pro Plus, the live accounts. Oh crap! Wait, what? No, that's tomorrow. Wednesday's the crazy day. So I cannot. Tony, you have to ask them, brother. You would have to ask them. I'm not going to answer all this stuff and then have something happen and then for you come back and blame me. Be like, well, you told me this. Look, I want no liability in this. You got to go to the horse's mouth. All I'm saying is, from a business standpoint, once you are in the live market with Take Profit Trader, they definitely want you to stick around for as long as possible. That is their golden goose situation. Well, the golden goose situation is in two forms. A, you're just a degenerate and you never pass any evals. That would be a golden goose situation. The other golden goose would be you get to the live accounts and you just stay there, because they get to keep 10% of those gains which come from the live market. Yeah, Tony, like I said, I don't want to mislead you, so you better just go to the horse's mouth. Well, twofold. I don't want to mislead you, and I don't want any liability in like telling you something that's not true, which is why when people ask about tax stuff, I'm like, you think I'm going to talk taxes with you? Heck no. All right, TA with the order. Yeah, so, that'd be the other thing, Tony. Are you also copy trading? Okay, maybe a short here. Wait, I thought this... Yeah, the Solmaro, that's what it says in the bottom right-hand corner. That's exactly what it says. It says this is not entertainment. This is financial advice. I'm pretty sure that's what the bottom right-hand corner says. Not entertainment. This is purely advice. Of course, Clock. I'd be happy to. Is there a minimum you need to make per day with the... No, there is no consistency rule. There's nothing like that at all, which is why I like Take Profit Trader. Very straightforward. Okay, let's see here. Might try a short here as it's up. Okay, I'm short. We had a couple of upper shadows here. Let's see if we can get another upper shadow that forms. And I am short. So because I'm short, I want to see the price get down below that blue line. Or not. Come on. Give me that upper shadow. Come on, hit that first target at least. There we go. So first target hit. Let's make sure this is a green trade now. So this will be a green trade, not just trying to... Doggone. All right, are we going to have a... Well, that comes with the territory. If I wanted to have the green trade, or if I didn't... If I still want to have a red trade, my stop would still be up there. But that's always the trade-off. Because I wanted to ensure a green trade, yeah, I had to get extra tight with the stop. But if I was willing to still allow that to turn into a red trade, well then yeah, I'd still have a chance at a bigger green because I'd still actually be in. So there's always trade-offs. I'm long. All right, well, no, we're not against each other anymore. I'm all out now, so as far as I care, you're long. Go for it. Hope. Well, in some sense, I want it to work out now. At least if I'm going to get knocked out, you might as well make some money from it. Hey guys, I have powers. Yesterday I told if we'll ever get a red day again, and today might be the red day. Might be the day. It might be. Your stop is at 082. Uh-oh, I think you're out there. Getting close to being out, and you're out, I think. Yeah, out. Do I try the short again? Once again, all these upper shadows here. So if this is the top of a range, I was just thinking maybe the top of the range is up here a little bit more, but let's see what she wants to do. I think at this point, if it comes back up here and comes back down, I have to take another swing at it from this. Okay, yeah, I'll do this. Pop up through these highs, and then I'll put my shorter entry right here. It's got to go up right now, though. It can't drop down too much further. I would say there's going to be a pullback to 27.40. Well, then you better be short right now, Azira. If that's what you think, you better be short right now, brother. This is not, I sigh because this is not really what I, doggone it. Well, like I said, in hindsight, now to be fair, think about it. There was a trade, I think this one right here, where I waited for confirmation and it saved me from what would have been a losing trade. But waiting for confirmation is a two-sided coin because right here, the sort of confirmation I wanted never happened, and it cost me a winning trade. So always give and take. Hey, Bella. Take profit. I was watching a live today, and the internet said everyone should have their own live account. I was watching, should have their own live. Yeah, it's just, yeah. The math is just not mathing to say just go use your own live account. It does not make any sense. I like math. Math es mi amigo. Mathematica es mi amigo. Muy bien, señorita. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Well, pretty kind of not kind of, I mean, so we count this as the trend line and this across the top, and then this big move down here. Yeah, I call that a bear pennant. This gives me a setup. I'm going to be at to be in with a stop. Stop around. Famous last words. My stop is around that area. And then it gets to that area and it's like, well, by around I meant 10 points higher. And then it goes 9 points higher and you're like, well, by around I actually meant 20 points. And then you move it up. Careful, brother. That word around, oh boy, it can create some problems. Estudio Matemáticas de Clay. What's Estudio? Yeah, exactly. Thousands gone. Huh, I wish it would have been a prop. Hey, good morning, Brian. It's Taco Troom and not Taco Bell. Trading off hours, bad idea. Do I try the short down through the tread line? Does she break? All right, I'll try a back test of the yellow line. Come on, get back up there. Come on. Okay, in. Looking for the back test here. The back test and then rejection back down. Come on, come on, come on. Reject. You gonna film me or not? There we go. I was looking for a little bit of a smoother move back down, but even now it's just kind of putzing around, so maybe I didn't give enough time, but hindsight will be my judge. And yeah, I did not give it enough time. All right. Hey, John. Just went short at the tread line when you were. Good job, John. Really good job. What's your opinion on investing on gold mines? Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not your whole portfolio, why not? As long as it's, like I said, all in anything. As a pretty risk-averse person myself, no thanks. Yeah. Oh, doggone it. Well, see, that's the power of independent thinking right there. That's why you shouldn't, don't just blindly follow me. I was not patient enough. Hey, morning, Ronnie. Glad you use it. Right. Do you use a prop target or time of day? I'm not a very good late morning, early afternoon trader. I've never really been. That's why usually I've always been done by 11 a.m. Eastern. But because of the live stream and kind of just the nature of this beast and how it's turned me into an afternoon trader, that's why I really do like micros. You took with me. Good job, Slow Morrow. Hey, Clay, who called it out? Who called it out? I did. Okay. Let's all do our best to not be I told you so. It's a lose-lose proposition. Because A, if you call something out and it doesn't happen, then you just look like a clown because it didn't happen. If it does work out and then you show up and say, hey, I told you so, nobody likes a I told you so. Nobody. So it's a lose-lose. Either you're obnoxious or you just look stupid because you're very wrong. And from my standpoint, I assure you, there is always somebody that can tell me what you just did. Told you so, right? Because when you're saying it was going to come down here, somebody else is saying it's going to break out here. Somebody else was saying it's going to consolidate sideways. Somebody else was saying we're going to get attacked by aliens. Somebody else said that Chuck Norris was going to show up, right? So there's always going to be somebody. There is always going to be somebody that can say, I told you so, to the live streamer. Oh, good. I'm glad you were just joking. Is this NASDAQ? Yes, it is MNQ. Were you at least short, though, Azaria? Were you short? Did you actually make money when I was like, well, you better be short if you think it's headed down to 27.40? Well, were you short, though? That's the main question. Up here, whenever I told you, oh, man, if you think that, you better be short. Were you actually short? Like, did that just help you pass an account or get to a payout or anything? All right, we are once again at this overnight low. This has been a stubborn area of support. Oh, look at that secondary. Okay, now that's the beautiful back test. The back test I played got a little messy because it came up through that trend line. Look at that one, though. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. How much profit do you usually take from micro? Oh, I have no idea. I don't know. You made 40 points on it? Okay, good. I'm glad you actually put some oomph behind it. There we go. And that's as accurate as it can get. What Prop just said. To the right, 99.99% of the time. Exactly. Because there's also still no guarantee that it always moves to the right, right? Because if something freezes up, if there's a glitch on the platform several months ago when something overheated, and then literally nothing moves. Like everything stops moving. So yes, that is the accurate, pretty much that is the guarantee. That it will move to the right 99 point, I don't know about 99. Let's go 99.90% of the time. When Chuck Norris takes a trade, the market takes the loss. That is true. Could be down momentum if it breaks through. Agreed. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if this level cannot hold, we could definitely see some momentum. I don't know if I want to take that breakdown or not. That's actually another interesting potential back test to the trend line. If we were to bounce up and back test this trend line again, now look right where it's at. We have not only the trend line, but our good little trusty, our friend, the 21 EMA right there. I don't know if that's going to happen, though. Time for this is the 2-minute time frame. Hey, Trader Alex. Oh, sorry to hear about that. Well, you can always get them back. At least that is part of it. I'm actually thinking about a long here. That could be that could be a very dented baboon type of move. So I better only do that with 2. All right, I'm going to try a long here if it wants to come back up. Looking for a bounce up off of this area. Oh, never mind. It broke down through. Okay. Yeah, Paul, tomorrow is the Fed announcement, and then a bunch of earnings, too, from tech stocks. Are we looking to sell, and at what price? Lavelle Armstead, do you truly think that trading is as easy as following some live streamer? Lavelle Armstead. Don't you think that sounds a little too good to be true? Hey, if you want to make money, hey, if you don't have to go to work, if you don't have to do anything, all you do is log onto a live stream and you just blindly follow whatever the live streamer is doing, and you will make money. My question to you is, does that not sound a little too good to be true? Lavelle Armstead. No, boss. I was asking what you are on. Okay, well that was not the most straightforward way of asking that. I am on the MNQ 2-minute time frame. But I'm not sure how I was supposed to. Are we looking to sell, and at what price? I'm not sure how I was supposed to. That was supposed to mean what you. But anyways, I was selling out and just. Okay, all right. Well, good job, Lavelle, and I'm glad that you do not think it's that easy. Hey, somebody here from Kenya. Now the meth puppies. I don't know if forever we'll see meth. I mean, I'm sure we will at some point, but silver at its peak is going to be hard to beat in terms of just crazy volatility. Long at 2,700. If we move quickly through it and I buy on the way back to, with stop 10 point below. Okay. So you want to see a flush down. So in other words, you want to see a break of 27,000 and then see it come back up. And then you'll pick it up on the way it comes back up. So you're looking to play a fake breakdown. Roger that. The sellers have broken the range. Well, it depends on how you define the range. If you're defining the range as down here, then not quite. But I do agree, if your definition of quote unquote the range was this point right here, then yes, the sellers have broken that range. Stopped at the 27.040 mark. All right. So range traders, myself included, I'm thinking about a potential long down here. Last time it got out on here twice, it bounced nicely. Does that mean it'll bounce nicely again? Nope. But I don't think I'm crazy to think it could bounce again. I would say small shorts are in play for the next 20 points. All right, well, if you see an actual trade plan, you know the rules around here. Map that out. Give us an entry point, a stop loss, and a target. All three of those as numbers. Yeah, if this comes down here and hits the white line and comes back up, I'm gonna look to try to take a long. Silver won't go up until, well, I don't know, Mike. I think you're talking about more of this from an investing standpoint, which is fine, but the stream here, we're day trading. So I don't, I was just talking about silver from more of a volatility standpoint. And I don't know, a couple months ago, silver was very, 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 very volatile. What is your trading strat? The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. I like some trend lines. I like some candlesticks. Like some moving averages. VWAP. That's about it. Because I'm a stupid person. So I need a stupid strategy. So the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. If you are looking for a strategy filled with cool abbreviations and terms and all this stuff where you can type up 18 paragraphs to explain a trade, yeah, this is not it. I'm too stupid for that. I'm too dumb. Hey, KRT. Follow the trend. Yeah, that's right. Just trade the trend. That's how easy trading is. Trade the trend. Buy low, sell high. Buy the dip. Trade the range. That's it. How'd you learn how to day trade? I taught myself a long time ago. I've been in the market since 2006. All right. This is looking like a legitimate possibility for a bounce now. Okay, I'm long. See if we can at least get it to bounce up there. So pretty much trying to play the range here. This has bounced before. It's looking like it wants to bounce again. Will it bounce? I don't know. We'll see. Come on. Come on, brother. Thank you, brother. Get my stop here. Make sure this is a green trade. And if this thing wants to keep bouncing, here's my next target. Again, because I want to ensure this is a green trade, it is forcing me to be very tight with my stop, which means I could get knocked out before the truer bounce happens, but I'm okay with that trade-off. Because right now, from a mental management standpoint, the psyche of at least having a green trade is more important than having like a maximal green trade. But a maximal green trade still could happen. I mean, if this thing, come on, brother. Keep going, brother. Do it for me, brother. Do it. There's my next. Do it, brother. Do it, brother. Push! Push! You're beautiful to me. Okay, it does not like that one. Give me a song to sing to it. Oh, there. Oh, it does not want any songs. Okay. Everybody calm down. Calm down, Cletus. All right, it could get rejected right there. All right, so I have one left. My final one will be right here because it could very easily get rejected. So that's why I took that next profit off of right there because it could very realistically get rejected off of that line right there, like it is right now. In fact, do I flip over to being a short now? I could do that, but I don't want to. Okay, there we go. So there we go. The KISS method. Tell me what you did. Was that a black-faced baboon with a purple-haired gorilla in combination with a liquidity ballpark hammer gun? No, I was just trying to play the range. I noticed there were some lows and I noticed some hammer candles, so I decided to get in. You know, I just KISS method, keep it simple, stupid. I should have outfancied it though. That was, yeah, right there, the short. There was really nothing outfancy about that at all. That was, there's, like I said, there was a reason why I took those profits where I did. There you go, Alfonso, that's right. Good job, John. That's a good step in the right direction. Yeah. It looked like a bottom of a range to me, Deadeye Dave. That's what it looked like to me. But hey, man, being able to use all that terminology, dang, you look so smart. Well, Clay, technically that was and then you insert blank some word that's got 37 syllables to it. That's actually what you, oh, okay. I'm a real boy now. You're beautiful to me. I don't know. I'm kind of just out of curiosity. I'm going to keep that line here just in case we get another back test from it, just to see how powerful is this trend line going to turn out to be. So there we go. We'll keep that. I don't even know if I'll use it anymore, but hey, out of curiosity. All right. Well, if it comes back down, then yeah, maybe, just maybe try another long down there. One of these kind of guilty until you're innocent type things. Well, why? Daily drawdown. Yeah. Well, take profit traders that does not have consistency, but all prop firms have drawdown. That's like the drawdown at like the bare bones is a good thing because that forces you to think about risk management, which I would argue is a good thing. Yes, can some prop firms have 8 million rules and it's like, okay, that's a little excessive? Sure. But again, that's why I like take profit trader because they're very straightforward. There is no consistency rule, for example. But yeah. That's not a restriction. Like, oh man, having a daily drawdown is a restriction. No, that's literally a good thing. It's forcing you to say, okay, well, I can't go behave like a maniac because I have this daily drawdown, or if I violate it, I've broken the rule. Like that is good. It is forcing your mind to have to consider risk management. Like ultimately, that is one of the powers of a prop firm too. I agree. Some take rules probably a little excessively far, but like the backbone, the bare bones of rules of a daily drawdown, for example, is like, well, that's like the essence of good risk management. Hey, you're only allowed to lose XYZ amount, so make sure you're taking trades that aren't going to blow up XYZ amount. That's like the beginning phases. You are now in the category of thinking through risk management. Oh yeah, quote Pulse. That is Apex's model. Very cheap up front, and then they get their pay on the activation fees. What I didn't get is it automatic the drawdown? Well, if you set up your platform like I have it, you can follow all those numbers. Where is that? I don't remember where in this video. I think it's towards the end. But in this video, it'll show you I show you how you can set up your positions tab to show you like where those numbers stand, how much drawdown you have left, etc., etc. Ooh, is this a short? Look at the 21 EMA doing work. Interesting. But not feeling any extra pressure during eval. Caused me to size down slightly more than usual. But and that makes sense, right? Because you're sizing down, but because you're copy trading, it's still the same size, though. Would you agree that it's still the same size as if it were one account, Ty, or no? Look at Ace Trades with the rage bait. Good job. Nice rage bait. Sideways action is set up for a flag. Okay, if you're not rage baiting Ace Trades, then you may be the biggest baboon we've ever... Are you the Ace Trades that's been here since almost the beginning, or do I have you confused with somebody else? Maybe I have you confused with another Ace Trades. Are you the Ace Trades that's been here from almost the beginning, or not? So with Take Private Trader 25K, we can trade micro gold. Correct. Yes. Tarek. Okay. Yeah, I do have a code for Take Private Trader. On the top of the screen there, I think it should say on the top of your screen, it should say get 50K buying power for only 102, claytrade.com/take profit code Clay. And Clay should be in orange. I mean, you don't in general like me. I don't? No, I don't remember. I do not recall. Well, first off, I don't dislike anybody. Like, I do like everybody, but in the spirit of efficiency, that's why trolls got to go. We fight all the time? No, you must be here under another name. And again, I assure you, we don't fight. Just because we may disagree on something, a disagreement is not a fight. It's a disagreement that two adults can talk through. Yeah, well then I don't remember anything with it. Yeah, I think you have me confused with another live streamer then. But either way, Ace, yes, the code with Take Private Trader is right up across the top of the screen there. Code Clay in orange, all caps. Okay, we don't fight. You rip into me on occasion. See, that's the other thing you got to work on. I mean, in general, you think I don't like you in general because I rip into you. Is it possible that I rip into you is because I want what's best for you, which means I like you? Right? It's like our football coaches would say. The minute we stop yelling at you is the minute you better start worrying, because that just means we've given up on you. Because why would we spend a minute yelling at you if we don't think you can accomplish what we need you to accomplish? That doesn't make any sense. I have 6 kids now. Not with one of them have I ever spent a shred of time ripping into them when they're 2 months old because they're not walking. What are you not walking for? Walk on. Like, that would make me an irrational person. Why? Because I'm yelling at them for something that they cannot do. So the mere fact I am ripping into you displays I do think you can do whatever I said you should be doing, which is a compliment, which shows that I care. So put away your victim cards. Oh, he ripped into me, therefore he doesn't like me. Put away the victim card and look at it through the actual lens. Oh, he cares for me. He actually thinks I can do whatever he's ripping me in to do. You are soft, Ace Trades. You're soft. You did not play sports growing up. Good thing I'm here to toughen you up. Stop. Put away all the victim cards. In fact, take them out back and burn them all. Okay? No more victim cards. Look at things through the lens of not, oh, woe is me, this guy doesn't like me, but, oh man, this guy cares about me. He's ripping into me because he thinks I can do it, and he wants me to do it. I can tell. I can tell your walls are covered with participation trophies. All right, we are approaching the white line. Maybe get a bounce here. I'm not going to blindly buy, though. I waited for confirmation over here. I'm going to wait for something similar. So we'll see what can happen. We still have, I was going to say a minute, but we still have about 45 seconds before this candle is done moving. This is the 2-minute time frame, meaning each one of these moves for 2 minutes, and that's what that clock is, or that countdown is telling me. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Rambo. Rambo, I'm guessing, played sports or did something as a kid where somebody maybe got on their case every now and then. Ooh, okay, candle. It's about done. 2, 1, new candle's going to start moving. There we go. Okay, we're cooking now. It's an interesting candle. That's true. Glock. Hey, what color are you sniffing today? Do you change up colors or you always just sniff the black ones? Or are you spicing it up and you got like 2 green, a yellow, 3 red? My wife is always yelling at me. Does that mean she cares? It does. It means she believes you are capable of doing whatever she's yelling at you for. I have new ones with metal flakes. Ooh, I have not heard of those ones. Doggone it. I was hoping when this one closed here, it would come down and give me a little bit more of a lower shadow, but definitely a bigger lower shadow than that. Dang, the one guy that was wanting to break at 27,000. It's teasing him. He can't quite, I don't remember who that was, but yeah, he's not. I sniffed the flavored ones, great, preferably. Though there's no way those ones were actually bad for you. Like as a kid, remember the markers that did smell? Or you would think. But that was like back in the 80s and 90s where it was just like, where it's just pure America. So I don't know, maybe those things have turned out to be really bad for you. I don't know. Eating crayons for the flavor is the real move. Okay. We got baboons here. We got marker sniffers. We got crayon eaters. We do not discriminate. Yep. You are totally fine, Tilted Turtles. I mean, you got a month to pass because I don't want you to have to repay the fee again. So, but yeah, MNQs. Now, if you're doing one MNQ, that might be a little iffy. Almost everything mainstream, Matt. Yeah, that's probably a good rule of thumb. That would be a fair one. Dang. The bounce continues. John, you just have to be aggressive. Like, don't go for home runs. With a trailing drawdown, just take base hits. Oh, I was in the middle of reading that message, Rambo, and you deleted it. Something about the fruity markers. All right, we're once again at the 21 EMA. It's rejected the price down several times. Does it do it again? The smell of Play-Doh always makes me want to. See, I'm telling you what. If you read through this chat box right now, it illustrates we have the cream of the crop. The cream of the crop when it comes to the trading space are in this room. Listen to this, and I quote, The smell of Play-Doh always made me want to eat it. That is the cream of the crop quality of people we have in this room. In fact, that may become our new mission statement. Like, I don't know, is this a chat for me? And I just can read them that quote. And if they're like, oh yeah, then I'll be like, oh, you fit in here, brother. Okay, just a minute. Might have a short here. Okay. Short at the red line if it comes back down. The red line turns blue, I'm in. So I have a partial. I am in. Come on, reject. Come on. Come on. I know it's hard to see because we're behind all the letters and stuff, but it is what it is. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go. 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 Come on. Come on. All right, I'm out. Goodness, I gave that thing so much time. I don't know if it wants to reject her now. So I am outsy. I think a small gain. Now, if you're an independent thinker, you're like, Clay, dude, let it cook a little bit more. Hey, we'll see. Hindsight will be our judge. Maybe you're the wise one and I'm the baboon. And looking like that, I am the baboon. See, look at that. The power of independent thinking. See? Don't be a lazy baboon. Don't be a lazy sheep. Think for yourself. That's great if you agreed on the entry point. Oh, Clay, I like that setup. I agree with you. I'm going to get in. Oh, Clay, because I'm an independent thinker, I disagree with you. I don't think you gave it enough time, brother. I'm staying in. Well, look at that. Your independent thinking just led you to a way better trade than I just had on it. I have clients all over some parts of certain towns. I swear Play-Doh is all they eat. They're quality people, then. We were all the apes behind the GME craziness, yeah? Yeah? Slam play. All right. Later on today, when I'm eating Play-Doh, when my wife, why are you eating Play-Doh? I'm going to say, because JP told me to. Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I suppose maybe I left a little on the table, but seeing this recovery back up, that's what I was a little worried about. Might have been getting ready to happen. So in some ways I was wrong. In other ways I was right. Clay, do you ever use indicator? Yeah. I'm using. Do you realize that price at Ace Trades? Do you realize that price action is an indicator? That price is an indicator. Let's start there. Are you aware of that? That price itself is an indicator. I know it will sound kind of weird, but I am finally seeing some consistency in my trading after blowing 6. I am desperate now. Can I get just $20 USD? You're asking me for $20? Is that what you're asking here? I meant entry SL indicator. What's an entry SL indicator? Like when I hear SL, I think of stop loss, but I don't know. That doesn't mean anything. Entry stop loss indicator. I mean, if he's asking for money, I'll help him out with something way more powerful than $20. I got the magical ticker symbol for him that is guaranteed to give him money. Guaranteed. There is a magical ticker symbol in this world guaranteed to give you money. Okay, Cobb, I have a magical ticker symbol that is guaranteed to give you money. Are you interested in this magical ticker symbol? It will get you $20 and more. Inside account. I don't about that. Can you explain? Okay, here's the magical ticker symbol. Guaranteed to give you money. Ticker symbol JOB. If you go and trade that ticker symbol, so if you trade your time, somebody else will give you money for that trade. That's the trade. You trade your time to somebody, and that somebody's going to pay you for your time. There you go. Guaranteed ticker symbol right there. If you need money, ticker symbol JOB. Okay, crypto. Nobody cares about that garbage. SBLX is a turd. Why are you even talking about this turd? It is garbage. SBLX, let me see. SBLX. Yeah, who cares? This is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Day trading stuff like this makes no sense. You need way more money, you have more risk, and you need, even those epic moves right there, you're still making less than you would just trading futures. Stuff like that is true and utter garbage, mathematically provable. SBLX is a steaming turd. New product is going to take over data. Yeah, again, crypto. I know you're not new here. That's why I'm so confused. Why are you talking to us as if we're here like looking for investment ideas? We're day trading. Holy smokes. I'm on the 2-minute time frame. Who cares about, even if I concede, it's going to take over the crypto space. Okay, this is not a trading. Yes, I have a great goat herding penny stock based out of Nigeria. They're about to take over the goat hoarding space, but I'm not talking about it here because here is not the place. Oh, sorry to hear that, TA. I hope they don't get American humor. I mean, it's not humor, though. Like, that's that's quite literally. Oh, I see. You may be thinking that he's taking that literally as a ticker symbol. Well. Hey, Cheryl. Well, I mean, okay. Oh, I can't talk. Leave me alone. Maybe another short here. A short off. Ooh, Duck Soul. Okay. A little bit higher than that. I'll just bring it over here on the 5-minute. 5-minute, we have the 21 EMA right there. So a little bit higher than where the purple line is, but ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, doggone it. My family is all in Europe, and I have to consistently, yeah, well. Hopefully that humor is enough straightforward that he understands. Oh, yeah, are NFTs even around anymore? Can I please get the ticket symbol for that goat hoarding business? No. I'm still loading up on shares. I'm quietly accumulating because when I announce it, because it's low volume right now, the price is going to explode. And then I'll be able to dump my shares in everybody. So no, right now I'm still accumulating quietly because I don't want the market to know. I don't want it to sense me. So I'm just buying a little bit at a time. But trust me, when I'm ready to unleash it, I'll let you know. Exactly. It's insider goat trade. Well, not really. I'm just I'm quietly accumulating. Yeah, hey, reminder, if you have not yet, please hit that like button. It helps. It makes a big difference. I know it may not seem like it's doing a whole lot, but hitting the like button, as easy as it is, does make a difference. So yeah, if you're enjoying in any way, shape, or form, if you don't mind hitting the like button, that'd be great. That's so funny. Good. BBAI thoughts. I don't know. I don't know what kind of thoughts you're looking for. You did not specify. Are you looking for thoughts from like an investing angle, a swing trading angle, a day trading angle? Do you not like trading oil? Percent moves have been bigger. I've traded, yeah, I've traded oil. Not today and not really recently, but yeah, I have been keeping an eye on oil in the future. See, more so, well, a little bit of both. I mean, I have oil right here, MCL. So yeah, I keep an eye on it. But as of now, not a whole lot going. Well, for the oil traders, I would say this looks like to be the key breakout area. Oh, that would make sense too. Right there at 100, that big old round number. So yeah, $100 you're in oil looks to be kind of that key breakout point right now. Okay, day trading angle. See, that's the problem though, Alex. I can tell you're too much of a beginner right now because you did not know to specify that ahead of time. So my thoughts right now are, Alex, just do more studying. Don't worry about putting any money into the market. Do more studying. Because I can tell you're getting too far ahead of yourself based on the fact that you did not know to specify that very, very important detail. Because Alex, imagine I just assumed you meant investing-wise, and then I gave you my thoughts from an investing standpoint. Think about how irrelevant and dangerous that is for you who just said, well, I was asking from a day trading standpoint. Hey, Raphael. Well, yeah, evals, you can more so just swing for home runs if you really want to. Well, not maybe so. I mean, think about it, Alex. Right? I mean, be honest. You're a newer trader, right? You've got to be because, like, somebody. This is what an experienced trader would show up and say. Hey, Clay, I'm a day trader. I use the 5 and 15-minute time frames. What are your thoughts on BBAI? That's an experienced trader. The inexperienced just shows up and says, what are your thoughts on BBAI? Does not even try to clarify what category they're in between day trading, swing trading, or investing. But hey, it's good to have you. But yeah, anyway, don't day trade BBAI anyways. Day trading stocks is garbage. Day trading futures through a prop firm is a million times mathematically provable better than day trading BBAI. You need way more capital to day trade stocks. Therefore, you're taking on more risk, and you need way bigger moves. And yet, even when you get these way bigger moves, you're still making less than within the prop firms, within the futures and prop firm space, because futures move so much better than stocks. I was thinking of getting a personal account, maybe through Robinhood or something. I mean, that seems kind of dangerous to me. Money will go bye-bye very quickly with your own account. Hit the buffer for the 25K Pro account. Finally got here. Third time. Hey, third time with a buffered. All right, Mintmont, fantastic. Again, Compton, if you set up your platform, like I explained in this video, you will know exactly where your drawdown sits. So I think it's towards the end. Watch that video, and you can set up the positions and accounts tab, and it'll show you exactly where your drawdown sits. Hey, what up, Jimbo? Have you tried any No, CFDs are garbage. Now, I do understand if you're in a country and you don't have access to, the U.S. market, and take Private Trader, they're open to a whole bunch of countries. So if literally your only choice is CFDs, then it is what it is. But no, that is not my. I have many choices here in America. Therefore, no, I'm not going to touch CFDs. I'd rather go clean up dog poop with my bare hands. Yeah, that a boy, Vin. Like if you're in Nigeria, I don't know any prop firms that are open in Nigeria. So maybe you can only take a CFD there. Okay, it is what it is. All right, maybe a short here. So looking to get short at the red line, stop is at the green. Actually, that does not make a whole lot of sense. As I scroll out here, that looks more like the potential rejection point right up around here. Don't forget to look to the left, folks. There we go, yeah. All right, I am going to go ahead and get rid of this line here. Right here, you can see, well, I don't know if you can see. I'm about to show you, though. Quite a bit of rejection right around 27,100. So yeah, but that's probably more so the accurate area to look for a short, at least for me. I started in stocks years ago and lost tons of money. Wish I knew about prop firms then, please. Thank you, Margin Call. Yeah. To be fair to you, you started in stocks years ago. For us old timers, yeah, we didn't have the choice. We did not. I mean, the two main things of the past, let's say, decade that have been game-changing, mathematically provable from the day trading standpoint is the invention of micro futures and prop firms. Because yes, futures move way better than stocks, but for a beginner to show up and be like, hey, futures are better, therefore go trade NQ to a beginner is like a death sentence. But now when you can tell a beginner, hey, go trade MNQ, aka the micro, through a prop firm, that is very much a different situation. So yeah, we are in, and if you're just showing up within the past, 10 years or so, maybe not even that much, maybe past, I don't remember, when were micro futures invented? But anyways, if you're showing up, since micro future, like you take a lot for granted. Just like I take for granted the ability to look at a chart. I've interviewed people on my podcast that are even older than I am, and they remember like charts, like you'd have to go like get a physical book, and like the charts were updated, I don't know how that worked, once a day or once a week, and then you could do your technical analysis that. Now all we have to do is type in a ticker symbol, and boom, electronically, we get the technical chart right then and there. So like I take that for granted. But like a lot of you take stuff for granted that like you don't know how actually, again, that none of this means trading is easier, but it does mean there are better ways to go about it that give you a better chance to figure things out. I've seen stock options are garbage. Because of theta. I just don't get it. I don't get people's desire to throw themselves into with theta. I just don't get it. Oh yeah. Personal preference, John. Yeah. Well, that depends on the futures firm, but Take Profit Trader does not have a scalping rule. So yeah, you can get out as quick or as slow as you want. Deadeye Dave, if you start talking about selling, I'm putting you in timeout because you know that's not who I'm talking about. You're like the one guy that starts talking about the outlier. So if you're about to say that's why I love me some theta, you're going in timeout because you know that that's not what I'm talking about. And you're just convoluting the conversation. Interest rates is tomorrow. I want to try the 25K. Well, go for it. Code Clay. Save yourself 40% and then no activation fee. Could you also scalp gold? Yes, there is no scalping rule. These are the reasons why Take Profit Trader, I believe, is the king of the business. It's like you get to these minor rules. Yeah, there's no scalping rule. If you want to buy and sell within 2 seconds, then buy and sell within 2 seconds. Can you drop the link, please? It's right up across your screen. John, I would say keep doing what you're doing. You're up $6.99 in 9 days. I'm taking my time and doing only one strategy. Well, keep doing that. That would be my advice right now based on what you're telling me. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do you trade during FOMC? Yeah, I mean, I'll keep an eye on it. Small bull flag, yeah. But we're in a kind of an overall downtrend, so I'm a little leery of it, but I might try a long here. I am going to try a long here. Let's see if it wants to bounce up off the purple line and 21 EMA. So I will get long at the green line. I am long. Come on, brother, bounce. I'll take that scoopy scoop. Thank you. Come again. Whoa! Oil up. Oil with the move here. This is the 5-minute time frame, by the way, but there's that level I'd been talking about. Oil with the breakup through. So for you oil junkies, what's gold doing? Gold not doing a whole lot. Now that's a lot better, Kev. Yeah, I like that more. Hey man, do you have anything you could hire me for to get the $20 as opposed to just asking for $20? I don't have anything, but that is a way better look to seek. Hey man, do you need help with anything? I'm looking to raise some funds. I've got a long. All right, Pop Mook. Skeletor's in. Like I said, the one thing that's got me a little that's a bull flag, bull pennant, but it's still occurring within kind of an overall bearish context. Doesn't mean it can't work. I mean, that one worked out for me from a scalp standpoint, but okay, Pop Mook, are you day trading WTI? Isn't WTI a stock? I can't remember. Or is that also? Yeah, it is a stock. You're not day trading WTI, are you? The oil contract. Okay, so you're in futures. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Again, day trading stocks, day trading options, day trading forex. All that stuff is garb. Oh, look at that. See the power of independent thinking. That has been the theme today. Do not follow me. Think for yourself. I cannot figure out whether to scalpy scalp or let the thing work for me. I guess to be fair to myself, I did let it work for me here and that one worked out, but man. Over 9,100 for the day on 7 eval. All fun. Nice job, Elusive. Fantastic. NQ is itching to pop. I don't know. This is not a pop. That's just funny, though, because I would consider this a pop. Like, it just popped up here. But pop is a subjective term. How do you define pop? Everybody's a little bit different. Oh, I see the settlement is the Globex code. All I'm saying is make sure you're trading futures contracts. If you're trading WTI as like shares, yeah, there are definitely more efficient ways to go about day trading. Looks pop-ish. Yeah, kind of. Exactly. His pop means breakout. Yeah, maybe. Dang. Did anybody give me a 1 if you bought with me here, but you're still in because you're independent thinker. You bought and you're still in. Hit that number 1. Is anybody still in? Hoover is? Good job. Skeletor, Compton, good job. Good job, you independent thinkers. Peter, R10. Tishmoke. I'm sorry. I'm going to just call you 6336. Raphael, good job. I'm out 750. Whoa! Okay. Maybe we got a short here now. Let's see what happens. I want to see how this candle closes, but again, with the countdown timer, you can see we still have just under a minute before we see how this thing closes. You got out too soon, Clay. Right. That was kind of the whole talking point about being the power of being an independent thinker. Right. Correct, Raphael. Thank you. Yes, literally the thing that I got out too early was the driving cause to why that sparked up the whole power of independent thinking. That was, yes. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you. All right. Gonna try short. Yeah, I'll try short right here. And just like that, that's right. All right, here we go, maybe. Looking for a short at the red line. In fact, let's do this. Let's do a fake breakout of these highs. There we go. So entry right here at you can't really see it. Basically at the yellow line. So right now looking for a fake break of these right here. So it's kind of like maybe a little double top. But I'm thinking maybe it wants to pop up through the double top and then get rejected from here, given that that area has a history of rejecting the price. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Yeah, and the problem was like, oh man, he got out too early. It's like, okay, had I gotten out and had this dumped, I promise you he would not be saying, oh man, you got out too early. The same person would be saying, dang man, that was a great read. Good job. Right? That's the epitome of hindsight confirmation bias. All right, here we go. Maybe. Let's see the fake break of the double top. So I want it to break out until right there. Then I'm going bearish. So right now I'm cheering for the bulls. Push it up here. But as soon as it hits right there, I'm gonna go into politician mode. I'm gonna flip flop and I'm gonna be rooting for the bears. Green is green no matter the amount. I appreciate that mentality, but green is green. You can't go broke taking a profit. All that sort of stuff is also how you end up with a 95% win rate, but you're still not profitable. So like I said, I broadly speaking, I appreciate that attitude. My point is you got to be careful with that attitude, though, because it can also lead to super impressive win rates, yet you don't make any money. What is the difference between the... I'm just going to move up. Nas, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm really not. But I think you answered your question. The difference is one of those moves stalled and the other one successfully moved up. So I don't think I'm understanding your question, because as far as I can take it, you explained the difference within the question. The difference is one rejected, the other one broke out. One was a rejection, one was a breakout. That is the difference. Okay, yeah. So Jason, then that is then we sound very similar. Because yeah, I'll do scalpy scalps. Green is green. I don't mind stuff like that. But yeah, every once in a while, I do want to ideally let one work for me. And that's what sounds like you're doing, Jason. So cheers. Spotify's down 13% today. Eek. Do not own any Spotify. So I did see something on CHG. Was that on Twitter? I don't remember. But like, this is why you never want to go all in. Yeah, look at that. Oh my, look at this thing. Right here, back during Heyday COVID, up over 100. Now you look at this thing, and it was just a penny stock a couple days ago. That is why you just can't go all in. You got to diversify. Holy smokes, crazy. I don't even know what this one was, but I remember seeing it, and yeah, that's brutal. You had the right idea. Rejected right at your red line. Again, Rafael Garcia, my point is this. When you told me that I got out too soon, be honest, my question to you is this. Let's just say, for example, that I had gotten out for green and then it did this. Would you have commented and showed up and said you got out too soon? Would you have said that? I don't think so. I think you would have said, oh man, good job getting out. Oh man, good read. Hence my point about hindsight confirmation bias. Again, I do agree. Yes. The fact shows I got out too soon. But, yeah. No, I wouldn't have been stopped out. I'm saying... Right. So, okay. Yeah. Exactly. So you would not have showed up and said, "Man, you got out too soon." You would have. Yeah. Isn't that weird how that works? Yeah, I think, what was it? We talked about these yesterday. Tomorrow, not only is there the Fed meeting, but there's also a bunch of the Mag 7 stocks that report earnings. So tomorrow after the bell at 4 p.m., again, futures are still open. Be careful because there's going to be some spikes. What's price at right now? Right up here, you can see. These are futures, though, Diana. So I have a suspicion that you think maybe this is stocks. We are not looking at stocks here. We are day trading futures through a prop firm. Yeah, tomorrow is going to be, I think, very, very boring until 2 p.m. Eastern when the Fed announcement shows up. And then, yeah, I think tomorrow's biggest movement might be after 4 p.m. when those tech stocks start making their earnings announcements. That's my prediction. I think the market will be more crazy during those announcements than it is actually during the Fed announcement. Because is a Fed announcement baked in? Like what is even the thing? Meaning what are the expectations? Is it like 99% rate study? Is that what everybody's expecting? 2 days, but yeah, there's been some tricky movements out there for sure. Okay, so 100% unchanged. So that's what I mean. Like, the speech, I suppose, will be the more volatile thing. If there's any hints about like the future of, no pun intended, the future of things, that could get things moving some more. Yes, big man, Rory. Yes, you can. Tonight at 2:03 p.m. What is 2:03 p.m.? Okay, so it sounds like the speech will be, I don't know. Maybe he says something about what the other Fed governors are thinking about. And it's Powell's last rate decision. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it actually a vote? Like, Powell does not actually make the decision, right? Like, it is based on a vote. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a vote. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and cancel these orders out up here. It's looking like we're getting a pullback now. Oh, gotcha, Ty. Gotcha. Yes, Diana, if you're going to step away from the computer, definitely make sure you have your a stop loss in place. That is a wise decision. Isn't he the deciding vote, though? Oh, like if it's a tie? Yee, okay. Okay. I think I just trying to look into maybe something like this. A long right here and then a stop just down below. That is right now not really in the cards, but if the price does drift down, maybe. Roger that, my freedom. Do they need their ID to vote? That's a good question. Do Fed governors need to have some sort of ID that they are on the Fed board? That's a good point. Like, could I just walk in and if they're like, I need your ID to see if you have proof that you're on the Fed board, and I'm like, huh? What do you mean you mean my ID? Just let me vote. That's a good question. I don't know. I would assume they need an ID to identify themselves as being on the Fed board. But I guess I don't know that. Maybe any Tom, Dick, or Harry can go in there and just say, don't check my ID. I'm good. Well, I mean, mail-in ballots. I don't think that's quite as clean cut as the ID thing. Like the ID is just like that is a mind like the fact that that's even a thing is mind blowing to me. Like if there is ever any common ground that everybody you would think could find common ground on, it's like the ID thing. Like I don't even know if that's controversial. Because that is the equivalent. Like if you want to vote as, for the interest rates, you have to be one of the governors on the board, Imagine being like, no, you don't have to identify yourself as being on the board. Wait, you need proof that I'm on the board to vote for interest rates? No. Like that sounds crazy. Do you think politicians trade futures? Maybe. Hey, rookie. They meet in a boardroom and vote in person. Yeah, but so? There is still the built-in implication that they have provided ID. Like, sure, everybody knows each other, but like, there is like, in fact, somebody could go up there, excuse me, can you please prove that you are who you say, like, right? You know what I mean? All right, are we about to get maybe something down here? Wow, are we about to get just a few moments ago, I was thinking, yeah, this one's not really in the cards for a long down here, but now maybe it is. Let's see. So there you go. Have an order to get long down here, unless it's just going to decide to bounce off the overnight low. Right, no, but I'm just trying to prove the point. Like, it would be crazy to just think anybody could vote for the Fed interest rates, but nobody can vote. You need to have a qualification. What is this qualification? You need to be one of the governors, one of the Fed governors. But to prove that you're a Fed governor, there is a piece of paperwork somewhere, aka ID, that identifies you as a Fed governor. But to say that like there does not need to be any pieces of paper anywhere that identify you as a Fed governor, and then like think about how crazy that would be. Like, well, then how do you tell who's a Fed how do you tell who can vote then? So yes, I realize they don't pull out from their wallet like an ID that says Fed governor, but somewhere there is a piece of paper that says they are a Fed governor. To Kyle's point, imagine if that like didn't need to be the case. Like, no, what do you mean? What do you mean there needs to be documentation that they're a Fed governor? They have IDs. Their access to buildings are there. Yeah, exactly. It's just weird to me, like on how in basically 99.9% of life you need an ID, and then all of a sudden to vote you do not. I don't know. To me, like I said, that is the one political area where I'm like, how can you not just have like no brainer common ground? Well, like yeah, of course you need an ID to vote. Like I just to me that does not. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, Todd, now you're just digging in to be difficult. Now you're just digging in to be difficult. You know full well what I mean because I know you're a smart guy, so you're just being difficult now at this point. Like, I still don't understand the position of, like, why voter ID, like, is bad. I don't get that. Like, how that's even a talking point is mind-blowing. To be fair, though, I don't know. Maybe it's like an overblown thing. Like maybe it's a couple of, who knows, bots on Twitter that are just making a big stink of something that's not actually a thing. Like, and I don't know. Like, is anybody here against voter ID? If yes, like why? Like, I don't get it. It's not bad. What's not bad? Voter ID, yeah, agreed. Voter ID is not bad. To me, it's very like the fact that this is even a conversation is I don't understand. The argument is that they have to be free. Oh, ID, like, so a driver's license should have to be free? Yeah, isn't voter ID yeah, I didn't realize it costs money to get vote, like to register to vote. What do you mean some don't have access? So they don't have access to get a like a driver's license, but they do have access to vote? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, Greg is just offering up, I think, the argument. Okay, who does not have access to get a driver's license? Like who? Okay, so how do the poor get to the store to get their food? Let's start there. So the poor, via the fact that they're still alive, implies that they are eating. So how do the poor who are alive, because they're eating, how do they get to the store? Bus. Grubhub. So they can afford Grubhub, but I thought they were poor. Isn't Grubhub insanely expensive? Isn't like Uber Eats or Grubhub, is that not super expensive? What even is Grubhub? Oh, it's a joke. Okay. I think the most valid argument I heard was to keep voters anonymous, so you don't get purged if the opposite party. Yeah, but you would still think you could have a vote that I don't know, shows that you are a citizen, but like no name, like something that show that you're a citizen. Like if I just like, okay, fine, if that's the worry, then the person should still prove that they are a citizen. But yeah, in terms of like, okay, this vote is attached with that person. Bo Keisha. I'm Bo Keisha. I say this with all due respect. I'm not quite sure what about this, because you're always at. I recommend, I love Take Profit Trader. That's it. And no, they're not my funded futures, again, this may not be relevant to you, but if you trade micros, my funded futures has very expensive commissions compared to take profit trader on the micros. Well, people with disabilities, are they not able to get out there and get a, like, do they not go out into society with a disability? I've seen many people with a disability out in society. Right, yeah, but we're not talking about voting by mail. We're talking about actually having an ID to vote. Again, we're not talking about, or I'm not. I'm open to the idea of mail. Like, some people are like so against mail-in voting. I'm like, well, yeah, but what about, like, there's a lot of categories where I could see people needing to mail in their votes. Fine, but like, in my mind, and again, I'm a baboon. I'm an idiot. But like, if I'm gonna vote in a U.S. election, I think it's fair for me to have to prove that I'm a U.S. citizen. To me, that being controversial is mind blowing. But I am a baboon, so maybe me thinking that in order to vote in a U.S. to vote in a U.S. election, I need to have proof that I'm a U.S. citizen. Maybe that is a very dumb position on my part. Might be. Okay, maybe a short here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these lines down here, or that order. If this wants to potentially come back down. Again, I'm not saying that I have the right position because I'm an idiot. I'm a dented baboon. But to me, it's just like, if I'm going to vote in a U.S. election, or if I'm going to vote, in an election for somebody in Iowa, I would think that it's fair that they want to make sure that I'm actually in Iowa. Like, I don't know, but that maybe I'm an idiot. If I want to go to a sporting event or a concert, it seems fair that like they're going to want some sort of identification that I actually paid to be there, aka a ticket, right? I don't know, but maybe I'm stupid. Well, I am stupid, so yeah, I'm probably wrong. All right, I am short. See if this wants to come down. Come on. Come on, brother. Go. Push. I can't even get that one out? Dude. For real? Thank you. Okay, let's make sure this is now a winning trade. So let's get this in green territory. Okay, let's try again. I'm about to get stopped out just because this thing... All right, a winning trade there, but still can't get anything in my favor. AI will have us under surveillance 24/7. I'm pretty sure that's already the case. I have a guy here in Iowa who's a state highway patrol guy, a buddy that I've met, and he's just like, yeah. Again, there's no guarantees, but he's like, at this day and age, like to commit a crime, yeah, you're not getting like it's going to be hard to get away. Whoa, okay. Getting a little spicy. Somebody got out the paprika. Oh, whoa. Whoa. We kind of had the AI talk a couple days ago, but thankfully, I don't have anybody that's like near a college right now. But if I did have a kid that was near a college, I would tell them, don't go to college right now. Let's let AI shake out a little bit more. And then like the next few years, go learn a trade. Go work with a plumber, electrician, a carpenter, learn an actual skill because that stuff's not currently threatened by AI. And then 2 or 3 years down the line, we'll see where AI is at. See what majors maybe make sense, and then you can go to college at that point. And hey, guess what? You will have saved up some money, and you will have maybe even more importantly, gained a quality skill. So that's what I would tell one of my kids if they were near the college. The kids right now are in such a tricky spot. Like the kids thinking about going to college, dang. I feel bad for them, but that's what I would tell my kids. You're not going to college. Let's learn a skill. And my theory right now is if something makes you sweat, if something might put some blisters on your hands, you're safe from AI for now. What's your son majoring in? Please don't tell me Roman bobsledding. Yeah, we're going history teacher education. Yeah, I think yeah. I think teachers are good because we are humans. So like people do want that human interaction, that like relationship element, and teachers kind of provide that. But if that goes away, and that might just be our generation, like the generation coming up that is just used to screens, or if they're heading screens, for them, maybe they have no problem with their kids just looking at a screen as their school. Like, wait, we don't have to go to school, just have AI Billy Bob over here teach them. But I think the generation around now, we're still kind of used, like our faces weren't always in screens. So yeah, maybe I think teachers might be okay for a while just because of the human element. AI can't climb on a roof and repair. Well, right. That's why my theory right now is if you learn a skill that will cause you to sweat and potentially put some blisters on your hands, those should be safe for a while. Well, here's a pretty big move, relatively speaking. Oil dipping. Okay. Oil dropping. I don't know. Maybe. Is this a news candle? Let's see. Was it 60 up to about a 30-point move? I don't know. I don't know if that's really a news candle. My brother has a history degree from Ohio State. He works in a, yeah. College, again, I feel bad for the kids right now, but that's what I would tell them. I mean, really, a great college degree, anyways, would be go learn a skill, and then, like I said, if you learn, I don't know, roofing, if you learn plumbing, and then if you want, try to build a business. You want a real degree, you want an entrepreneurial degree, learn a skill, and then build a business. No better experience than hands-on stuff. Correct, the Ohio State University, the U.S. ships. Get business degree, applies, and you don't. That's the thing. Is like business degrees are kind of scammy. Like if you want to learn how to start business, go try to sell stuff to people. That's it. It is a very kind of self-fulfilling type of thing. Well, what do I want to sell? Well, I don't know. What do you think will help people? Oh, isn't that interesting? There's business right there. Well, how much is it going to cost me to build this thing? Well, okay. Well, now I know I have to charge a little bit more, whatever it's going to cost me. So if it's going to cost me $5, I know I have to charge at least $5 and a penny. Yeah, but that's not new news, Glock. That OPEC news is a little old. Clay, you're pointing to all degrees that require a federal or state certificate. Okay. I'm not sure. Okay, like yeah. Or are you just saying that in general, or is that? Oh, just saying in general. Gotcha. Have a degree in finance and accounting. Yeah, all that sort of stuff. I don't know if that stuff's gonna be around. Now, I do agree that there will be people that needs to oversee the AI, but like I think you might have a better chance of becoming a professional athlete than becoming like one of these pros. Like, well, I'm just gonna oversee the AI. Well, yeah, but you could have one, two people oversee a whole lot of it, right? Because once the AI gets that good. But I would say the one thing that seems to be positive about all this is it's all happening so fast. I don't think we're going to have to, like, I don't think I'd have to tell a kid, okay, you got to wait for the next 15 years to figure out how this all shakes out. No, I think we're going to have a pretty good idea in the next 2 to 3 years. Yeah, military is always something. That's kind of lost some of its luster, though. Because, joining the military so you could take advantage of the crap. What is the act where you can go to school? What is that called? What is that called? When military people can then go to college. GI Bill, thank you. But yeah, like now what do you go to college for with that GI Bill? Again, let things shake out. I know a job, ranch handling near Mount. Yeah, there you go. Again, that fits my premise. If you're working on a ranch, you're probably breaking a sweat, probably getting some blisters. I oversee my AI agents like I used to oversee. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Todd. Never finished school, wasn't for me, yeah? I finished school and then used my degree for like a whopping 2 years. Spent 5 years to get it. Yes, I that's how big of a baboon I was. I was not able to get an engineering degree in 4 years. I just wasn't smart enough. Been using my degree for 35 years now. Nice job. What is your degree in, Travis? Yeah, times have changed for sure. Mechanical engineer. Well, yeah, yeah. So that would make sense. Now, if you had said I got my degree in Guatemalan clay pot artery, I'd say, yeah, I don't know if that was a good degree. Jamaican bobsled. We've got a bobsled team. Yeah. Easy to say all that skeleton in hindsight. I mean, oh yeah, Georgetown is not cheap either. Ooh, boy, broke out and got smacked right back down. On the 5 minute here, we are right underneath the 50 period simple moving average. So for me, playing a breakout there is kind of scary because I could see that breakout not lasting too long and getting smacked right back down by the purple line. So, yeah. That boy, Glock. Professional panhandler and paint sniffer. Or marker sniffer, excuse me. All right, we just chilling right now. I'm wondering about a long. And then do I maybe just... Because even if it comes up here and rejects or breaks out and then rejects, I mean, if I'm getting long down here, that's still plenty of wiggle room for profit at that point. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to go for a long right there. No new lows of day. This is kind of bullish. Okay, I'm in. Got my couple targets there. This thing does want to bounce. You went long too? All right, well, let's see if it can work out for us, brother. Seems a little heavy right now, but... Ooh. Come on. Bounce, brother. Get up there. Come on. Come on. Come on. Buying the pullback. Come on. I like the candle here that's trying to form. There you go. There you go. There you go. Come on. Oh, you little tease. Come on. Come on. Oh, that 21 EMA is now acting as resistance. Thanks, Fishman. Or Fishman, excuse me. All right, nice candle here. And then it just punches it right in the face. It just does not care. All right, I'm already violating my mental stop, by the way. Do I add right there? That's dangerous. That is dangerous. But it'll be looking pretty good. I didn't do it. We'll see. Had I done that, my blue line would have dropped down here a little bit. Come on. Come on. Just push up a little more. Yeah, this thing's getting pretty heavy. Come on. Go. I'm not even looking for a green trade on this one. I would like to see it come up a little bit more, and if I can get out with just... Come on. And I'm not even looking for a green trade. Come on. Come on. Just pop up through that 21 EMA. Get up through there. Get up through there. Okay, I'm out. I'll take it. I think it was like a $25 loss. I will gladly take that after that movement down. Even if it comes up, oh well. But I'm actually feeling very grateful for only whatever that was, $30 loss on that one. It is looking good though for a long, but yeah, that was a rough pullback, though. Not totally shocking with this sort of candle. I mean, the fake breakout candle here, but I would have thought I would have gotten at least a little bit of a bounce here, not necessarily that sort of movement. Although I will say, Had I added where I wanted to, that would have been a green trade at that point, but it just was too risky. I hung in and hit that for, oh man, so we both had bad trades and Lacted acid law. Because I did have a mental stop below that low, and then when it came down through here and I held, that was me breaking a rule. It worked out in this situation, which is why I was also grateful to just, but yeah, that was ultimately a bad trade. Not because I lost money on it per se, well, because I held and hoped. No, that's the thing. It was not well managed. Yes, the hold and hope habit worked out on this one, but it also built the bad habit of a hold and hope. So yeah, that was a bad trade. Remember, everybody, green trades can be bad trades. If that doesn't make sense to you figure that out. Oh yeah, woo! Micro and minis are too big. There should be nanos. I think I heard they were working on nanos. I don't know. Okay, I might try again now. Oops, not one. Let's go. All right, I'll try another long down here. It does make sense. Well, hopefully it makes sense in the right way. Exactly, Todd. Yeah, that's a good point, Philly. Like 1 MNQ is not, even 2 or 3 is not. Oh, why do I want a long here? I know why, because another nice lower shadow. All right, let's do this. If this one comes down, hits that purple line, then comes back up, I'll try a long right around here. But step one is it's got to come back down. It's not coming back down, so maybe I'll just be left behind. 1 MQ in a bad day can lose you. Wow, Mustafa, what kind of stop losses are you running where 1 MNQ could cost you $2,000? Are you a sway trader that's got like 400 point stops? I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. One could do that, but like you have to try pretty hard. Hey, Kalman. Yeah, like I thought. Well, like, what trade plan has 1,000 point stop? Never heard of such a thing. Never heard of her. All right, have a good one, Sky Mountain. Yeah, fair, Todd. I think Philly was operating under the assumption that it's taking place in a prop firm. Oh, is oil back below that level? Ooh, that was pretty dirty. That was real dirty, actually, on oil. That was dirty oil. Okay, let me take a second. If you were a scalpy scalper, then I assume that was plenty of room for a scalpy scalper. But anybody looking for like a bigger breakout? Dang, that was nasty. Ooh, Doxol. Abu, my funded. Sorry to hear that, Lacted. Or Lactic. Well, to make you feel better, look at the amount that you lost to blow those accounts, and then look at how much you actually lost out of your wallet. You will notice that the amount you lost out of your wallet is way, 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 way less than what the amount would have been had you lost that amount with your own funds. What kind of plant does Pam have? She has Pam's plant. Pam's plant, the best one out there. Another reminder, if you're enjoying in any way, shape, or form, if you don't mind hitting that like button, it helps. It makes a difference. Yes, using code CLAY with your prop firm of choice definitely helps out the most. But yeah, hitting that like button is another way to help support the stream. Well, yeah, my point is, I'm just keeping the math easy. Let's say I've blown $5,000 worth of prop accounts. That would mean that you have blown hundreds. Well, you'd be close to hundreds of thousands of dollars of actual cash for those same trades. Like, the scaling is crazy. Like, well, it is time for some trader transparency. Okay, so like right here, this is a video I did, I don't know when, but $4,500 lost right there. And this is when I was using my own funds. $4,500 gone. Look at the prop firm landscape. For a 50K account, it would cost 102. Again, code CLAY, 102. So let's quickly do the math on that. In one trade, because I was a baboon for whatever reason, I lost 4,500. Divide that by 102. In one trade, I cooked the equivalent of 44 prop accounts in one trade, and that trade probably lasted 5 minutes. So that's where when people are like, oh man, I give up. I've roasted 7 accounts. It's like, what do you mean 7 accounts? I've cooked 44 accounts before in the matter of minutes. That is the power of prop firms. It's crazy. Yeah, Fishman. Yeah. Well, to be fair, just because there's XYZ amount of people here, not everybody's enjoying. And that's fair enough. Can't please everybody. Yeah, John. So I like what John's saying. He's blown 5 accounts and he's taking notes along the way. Great. Now, if you're just cooking accounts and you're laughing about it and somebody says, so what did you learn? And you're like, I don't know. I learned that I like to be a degen. It's like, okay, well, that's not really the... Now, if the goal is to be a degen and just save yourself a ticket to Las Vegas, fine. But if the goal is to try to figure this stuff out, yet you're cooking accounts and you're not learning anything, that would be a red flag. I don't know when that happened. I don't know, a few years ago? My channel is littered with videos. I mean, I've been doing this for... is there any... yeah, right here. This was from 2024. But yeah, I mean, I've had, again, this website started in 2013. So here's one from, yeah. So here was, I don't know how big was the loss? 1,800. Okay, so that was 1,800. So this was back in, I don't know, when was this? So here's one where I had a $3,200 loss. This is why it always makes me laugh. You hide your winners. You don't show you just show us the green. It's like, dude, all you have to do is go to my blog, type in some of these things, and yeah, there is stuff out there. So anyways. Well, again, lacked it as all. When those losses that you saw, those are just like there are profitable trades along the way. It's not like all I do is lose. I'm just saying that those are the moments over my, since this website started in 2013 where I've done dumb stuff. Right? It's not like those trades are happening every other day. Yeah, Paulo, exactly. 7 months into trading, still struggle with that. Just, yeah, Tyler, the more you learn about psychology, the better. And it doesn't have to be a book on trading psychology. Literally, any psychology textbook, like anything regarding the human mind, is useful for trading. Because that's what trading is actually all about. Dealing with the voices in your head. It's right here, son. If you go to the link at the top of the screen, it will bring you to this right here. And it tells you how much you could risk per account before you violate the rule. So in the 90K, you can lose 1,500. On the other end of the extreme, for the 150K, you could lose up to 4,500. I blew 4 pros in one day, entirely my fault. Yeah. But again, blowing pro, again, you look at the amount that it costs to blow an account, and then you look at how much actually comes out of your pocket, and the numbers are kind of mind-boggling. Interested in maybe a long down around this area. We'll see. The thing that helped me a lot is backtesting. Yeah, John, I'm not a huge fan of backtesting. I mean, again, I'm not saying it's totally worthless, but it can be very, very deceiving. Unless you're using a bot or algorithm to execute your strategy, then that's a little bit different. But yeah, if you're backtesting something and then you're going to go trade it yourself, that's a huge apples and oranges situation. Good job, rookie. I'm glad you are taking payouts. That is good. Yeah, okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. So, yeah. So, Vin, help us out with those numbers. How much did you spend on those 15 accounts? Can you give us that number first? Yeah, exactly, Jason. Well said. Right, yeah. I mean, do you behave a little differently? Maybe. But when your stop loss is $100, I mean, Can that open up the gates, get a little reckless? I mean, sure, but that's why I say make sure you're learning along the way. But if you're not familiar, the way I look at the prop firm space is each account is a trade, right? So if you take a trade with your own money, a responsible trade, it's going to have an entry and a stop loss. And if you get filled and then get stopped out, that is going to cost you XYZ out of your pocket. And you should know this amount before you ever take the trade, right? A responsible trade plan. So if you have, 200 shares of a stock and you give it $1 share stop loss and you're stopped out, well, that's $200 out of your pocket, right? So in many situations, you could be, you could have a few $100s, 400 or 500. I'm coming from the world where if you have 100 shares, if you have a few hundred shares of Tesla and you got to give the thing $3 stop to give it, enough wiggle room, you could be looking at $300, $400, $500 out of your pocket in one trade. That just doesn't work out. So that's how I look at prop firms. Is each account is a trade itself. What is the stop loss associated with that trade? It's whatever you paid for the account. So on Take Rob Trader, for example, if I take a 50K trade, aka 50K account, what is the ultimate stop loss that would come out of my pocket if it gets cooked? So if this were you, then whatever you paid for. So $102. That's actually the stop loss, is $102 on a 50K account. That's why I say I look at each one of these accounts individually as a trade itself. Because if I blow up the trade, or if I blow up the account, aka I have a losing trade, well, what came out, what was the actual amount at risk? Well, whatever was paid for the account. So that is, I'm not saying that's how you need to look at prop firms, but that's how I look at them. Each account itself is a trade. What is the stop loss associated with that trade? Well, whatever you spent on the account. And that's also how you can get huge ROIs. Because ultimately, your only amount at risk is whatever you bought the account for. Well, yeah, yeah. There's pitfalls either way. I understand that, but at the end of the day, you could YOLO 10 accounts, and then you're like, what, YOLOing's probably not working, and you're out a whopping 10,000, or you're out like $1,000. Whereas if you're starting to YOLO with your own funds, well, I would never do that. Yeah. Be around a while. You'll see some have you never been to Wall Street Bets? Whereas if you YOLO one time with your own funds and it doesn't work out, you could be down $8,000. Whereas with a prop firm, at least you're just cooked in. So it just the scaling. YOLO, you only live once. Like, you go all in. I call it Clay. I'm hearing it now. Dave, you are a dent. Good. That's a good voice to have. Based on passing rate. I mean, there are several ways you can look at it. That's just how I look at it. Because ultimately, it's a game of risk management. So what is actually at risk if you're wrong? Again, if you're using your own funds, if you're wrong, it could cost you $300. In the prop firm space, if you're wrong, aka if you blow up the account, what did it cost you? Well, it cost you, again, whatever you bought for the account, which is very minimal compared to, the world that I came from. Okay, we're getting some movement here. I am looking for a short at the red line. $300 account. I mean, again, 300 accounts, that's a lot. But as you just saw, I've blown 44 accounts, or the equivalent of 44 accounts before in one trade. My core point with all this is don't be too hard on yourself. Like, Man, I give up because I've blown 8 accounts. It's like, well, wait a second. 8 accounts isn't actually that much. Are you learning? Are you making progress? Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, then keep going. Now, I've blown 800 accounts, and what have you learned? Oh, nothing. I'm just here for fun. It's like, okay, well then who cares? Like if you're disappointed, if you're upset, if you're annoyed, that is a good sign. That tells me you're treating this seriously. But if you're cooking accounts and you're just like laughing and shrugging your shoulders, again, that's okay if your goal is just to gamble and have fun. But like if you're claiming that I want to figure this stuff out and then you're cooking accounts and just laughing about it, yeah, I'm not quite sure you're going to figure stuff out. It doesn't seem like you're treating this very seriously. But don't treat it too seriously in the sense of, again, man, I've cooked 8 accounts. I'm just terrible. I'm done. It's like, well, wait a second. Don't beat yourself up that much. It's 8 accounts. That's not that big of a deal. And again, YOLOing accounts, I YOLO accounts. We talk about this. If I have a pro account, aka a trade, and this trade has already produced a great ROI, well, then I'll take a big swing. And if it works out and I cook the account, oh well, it's a free trade, right? As soon as you get your cost paid for, it's free money. That's why I view prop firms as I do. Each one is a trade. So if you pay $100 for an account and then you eventually get at least $100 payout, you have paid for that trade. That is a free trade going forward. Anything you make on that is just pure profit. And again, if you just pay $100 for an account, all you have to do is get $100 in a payout. Now, again, I'm not saying that's easy to do per se. I'm just saying it's not like you got to go make $10,000 just to get yourself back to break even on a trade. Okay, I'm looking for a short at the red line. Come on, get up there. And it's rejected from this area several times before. Okay, at this point, I'm going to move my order to get short up to that point now. I don't know. I don't know. I might still bring the short down here. We'll see. We'll see how this candle starts to behave. Instead of YOLOing that account, why not take the 100 and make another strict? Okay, oh, yeah. I mean, you could do that. Isn't that kind of the same thing though? Maybe not. I have no thoughts on it. It's a stock. I only invest in stocks. I don't day trade stocks anymore because day trading stocks is garbage. Makes no mathematical sense. So no, I have no thoughts. I think we're going to hit VWAP. Well, how about we get a trade plan from you, Rafael Garcia? So where are you long at? Where's your stop at? Let's put together a trade plan, brother. Well, no, I mean, like I said, it's mathematically provable that if you day trade futures through a prop firm, it's just like math-wise, it just makes way more sense. Because with stocks, you need way more money. Therefore, you have on bigger risk. Therefore, it's harder to create good ROIs. You need way bigger moves. And even those bigger moves, you're still not making as much as you would with futures. Because that future just moves so much better. And there's not a whole lot to rethink. If you're already using charts for your stocks, then you're 97% of the way there in futures, because futures are just charts also. The final 3% is just understanding how points work, but that's easy. Entry 120. Raphael, are you by any chance, when I say Christian Garcia, does that name ring a bell at all to you? Out of curiosity's sake. Okay, maybe I'm about to get short here. If that red line turns blue, I'm in. I am in. I am in. So if we can get a bit of a rejection here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Well, I was in the green for a moment. Come back down. Come back down. Come back down. Uh-oh. Now it's bouncing right off that former breakout point. Come on, get down through there. Get down through there. There you go. Push a little bit more. Push a little bit more. Uh-oh. Go down. Come on. Come on, brother. All right, I got a scalpy scalp out of that one. All right, Rafael Garcia. We had another Garcia at one point that was interesting. I chickened out and got out for a small gain. Yeah, I was hoping for maybe a bit of a cleaner rejection, but the way that it just pushed up through and then it was putzing around even as it putts around right now, seeming like there might be some strength here, so... Looks more like a long to me. Okay, well, what's your trade plan then? Fair enough, Cable Runner. You think it looks like a long. So, but how would you make money from this situation? What would your entry point be? Where's your stop at? Where's your target at? What are those three numbers, brother? Ooh, Doxel. All right, let's move this up to here. Maybe a short up around there. Maybe kind of, sort of. I'm going to keep an eye on it. Entered at 71.50. Oh, are you on ES? Is that ES numbers? Oh, yeah, okay. Well, okay. Well... Do I agree with your plan? Oh, I don't know. I don't really look at your plan that much. Yeah, no problem. Well, hey, next time, I don't recognize the name, so Cable Runner, good to have you. Welcome. Next time, give us that trade plan ahead of time, and that'll be chef's kiss. But we're not hugely. And again, I do trust you because you didn't know any better. But yeah, the trust me, bro trade plans are not nearly as good as the trade plans that we see mapped out ahead of time or in real time, and then we just watch them play out. So next one, let us know as things play out. Then we can sit there and cheer you on. Yes, I only trade on Take Profit Trader, correct. Maybe someday I'll trade 40 accounts spread across multiple firms, but I've always kind of just been a slow and steady kind of guy. But yes, I really enjoy Take Profit Trader because I can understand the rules. I like a lot of I'll make the racehorse model that makes sense since there's not ongoing payments, a bunch of little things like that. But you want me to prove it? Well, yeah, ultimately, yes. But I realize you're new here. You didn't realize that, but trust me, bros are not nearly as good as watching something play out in real time. How in the world? I'm doing fantastic, David Rees. How in the world are you, brother? How in the world are you? Rajen, go back to the 11 a.m. minute mark. So probably like the 16-minute mark, and you'll get all the details of my day right now. Yeah, sounds good, Philly. Are you maxed out yet at your 5 pros, or are you getting close? Clay is a Lund? What's a Lund? I don't know. Is that a compliment or did he just dunk on me? What is a Lund? Good, Cable Runner. Glad you enjoyed the show. You just don't talk? Well, start talking, boy. Start talking, boy. Come out of them shadows. Don't be scared. I have 3 right now. Sounds good, Philly. I appreciate it. As usual, you are green as St. Patrick's Day. That's true. I've never heard of that one. As green as St. Patty's Day. All right. Well, right now we just grinding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th, and so the 5-minute is it's doing work right now. I don't like getting long up here. That seems like a chase. Ooh, yeah, boy. Oh, buddy. I'm going to be looking for a short right there, brother. Brother and sisters and furries. I'm going to be looking for a short. I mean, I guess, JJ, isn't that kind of by default? Like, if you make money, if you make like $500 payout, and then you go buy some bananas, and you buy maybe some dog food, and then you go to see a movie, and then you buy another account. I mean, I guess, did you not use some of those profits to buy another account? I guess, yes. I thought you had to go, Skeletor. Did I misread? I thought you said you had to get back to work or something. And did I also read that you're a mailman? You better not be trading on the job. You're going to be like, you're probably putting like people's mails in boxes that is like 3 streets ago. You asked me for my plan, gave you my plan. You didn't even look at it. Right, yeah. It's not about for me to check it over and give you some sort of one-on-one coaching. It's to make sure you're not a lip flapper. That's the point, Rafael Garcia. Mr. Hindsight Confirmation Bias. You sold too soon. Yes, the point of it is not for me. The point of it is so we can see whether or not you're a lip flapper. But you're not a lip flapper. So you have our respect. You gave us a trade plan. So To be clear, you do have our respect. It's the people that show up and yap, and then you say, okay, well, could you give us a trade plan? And it's yap. It's like, so you're not going to give us numbers? Yap. Those are the people, aka the lip flappers, that, yeah. Oh, you're on your break. Yeah, I remember doing that video, Carrie. In fact, it's still right here. I don't remember what I even talked about, though. I think it's still here. Let's see. Yeah, this. Poor people make great traders. Here's how. I don't remember what I talked about. Oh, look at that. Look at that stud. Oh, my. Who is that guy? Oh, my goodness. Hello. Let's see. Goal-oriented, big picture. Okay, so what point am I trying to make here? Get a job. Look at that. See, I've been preaching this ticker symbol for so long. Look at that right there. There's that ticker symbol. You can double check me. A lot of people that just showed up last week, there's no I've been preaching this stuff for. Look at that. He's a little pudgy. This is pudgy Clay. This was Clay early on in the dieting. Look at that weight up in that face. Come on, boy. What are these? Look at these little sticks. Look at these little, oh my, nasty. Boy, you got to put on some of this. What else am I talking about? $300 a month budget. Okay, yeah, I don't remember. Thank you, Carrie, for bringing that up, though. I don't know if I was ever 300 pounds. Here's maybe, I think this was 220, Clay. Maybe 230. Okay, maybe 240. Let's see. Puppet. There it is. Okay. This was, I think, like the second or third video I ever did on YouTube. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. And you hit me like a wrecking ball. This is my wrecking ball stage. Look how sphere-like. Oh, my goodness. Look at these love handles. Look at those love handles. Oh, my goodness. Look at these. What? Look how. Look. Not even filling up my sleeves. Little skinny arms. Look at that belly. Oh, my goodness. Ugh. Look at those boobs. Look at these. I think I was wearing a bra on this. Oh, my goodness. This is hideous. I'm out. Oh, my goodness. Look at these now. Woo! I know I was a round boy. That's where my health and fitness program came from. Enough people noticed the transformation over time. They're like, how did you do that? And I was like, well, I mean, if I put together a course, would people be like, yeah. The proof's in the pudding. Like, we literally, no pun intended. Don't stay away from the pudding. But like, yeah. Careful. Yeah, that's true. I don't want to bust out another shirt. That's true. Yeah, okay, for sugar-free, yeah, that might work. Yeah, my wife's buns. Got to do my wife's buns in moderation. Those were delicious, by the way. Hey, Clay, you're just jealous. What am I jealous? You got to be more specific. What am I jealous of, brother? They do have good buns. Okay, I'm interested in a long, if it does come down to this pink line here, which is the 200 period something moving average. You in a trade? If I was in a trade, one of these numbers would be moving around. I'm thinking about getting into a trade, but no, I'm not in a trade right now. Okay, Azira, you got to give us an actual trade plan. What does that mean? You've been doing a lot of lip flapping here, brother. It's time to put an end to it. Just looking at the 30-minute time frame, I would say longs are in play. That doesn't mean anything. That is irrelevant. What do you mean longs are in play? So we need a trade plan. 3 numbers from you, go. Please share with us what you mean by longs are in play from the 30-minute time frame. That doesn't mean anything. Those are just words, brother. I'm putting an end to it. You've been flapping them lips too much. I did notice. I think he means longs. No, you don't say my bad. Just give us a trade plan. I'm actually being serious. Like, fair enough. That's fair. You think the longs are in play from the 30-minute time frame. Totally cool. But, like, can you actually make that more practical? Jealous of the guy you just... Oh, no. I'm not jealous of that dude. Yeah, Tyler, that's actually something that I think really illustrates why a lot of traders just, again, fail. But I swear, some of the most important videos I've done have the worst have the worst views. The videos where I'm like, XYZ amount made. Oh man, they get a lot of views. But like the videos that actually matter, rarely any views. I was going to put together this huge, epic, free, like trader psychology class. And I think I got 4 videos in. And each one of those videos, it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. But the views were terrible. So I'm like, I'm done. But yeah, if anybody is interested, there's still a lot of good stuff in this. Yeah. So I was going to make an epically big class just for free. And you can see right here, I made it to class 4. And I was like, all right, well, views are terrible. But yeah, if anybody wants to check this out, you would just go to claytrader.com to the blog. And then right here, the trading psychology mini class. Again, these 4 classes are still worthwhile. There's still some good stuff in them. But yeah, that just goes to show like the stuff that really matters is like the stuff that people don't care about. And that's a unique spot I have because I have like the analytics. I can see what videos get good views and what ones don't. And what I've learned over the years is the ones where I'm like, okay, this is a super important topic, like they get terrible views. Because usually the title has something to do with risk management or stuff like that. Oh, but man, you talk about making a bunch of money. Woo, that's where the views are at. I would say that if we touch 140 mark, then we would be play for a long. Okay, well, you've given us an entry point. So fair enough, you're saying enter 140. Where's the stop and where's the target? Are they still on YouTube? Yeah, should be. Yeah, all those things are still on YouTube. Yeah, even on this playlist, Trader Psychology, I got a lot of, over the years. Ooh, male day traders struggle most with this. All right, you fellas. Hidden trap, dangerous. Yeah, I mean, all this, there's a lot of good stuff here. Ooh, I don't want to be mean, but see, I've been mean for a long time. Okay. Oh my, here's Pudge. Oh my. Oh my. Look at these things. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Oh, huh? Look at that thing. I'm a wrecking ball. Can't find the volume profile in Tradovate. Yeah, right here. There. Did you wear a bro or a manzier? I think I wore both. I needed a jock strap for my chest. I was wearing 2 jock straps on my chest. Only you guys will get that. And you moms with boys who played baseball. And I guess probably other sports too. Not a single laugh? Dude, that was hilarious. Jockstrap for my chat, and oh my goodness, tough crowd. Tough crowd. All right. I'm looking for a short here. Fake breakout. Stop will be right here. Oh, yeah. I remember the jury. Oh, yeah. The Seinfeld show? Yep. Okay. If that red line turns blue, I'm in. Okay, I'm in. Put out a couple of targets there. In case there's a spike down. But there we go. This is either a fake breakout or it's not. Let's see. Oh, that is a terrible feeling. What made you wear glasses? They're blue light glasses. Okay. Okay, that was kind of dirty. I think slippage punched me in the face in that one too. Blue light. I was starting to get migraines and stuff. And then I don't remember who. Somebody suggested, I don't know, maybe it's the blue light coming off your high definition monitors. As I've been staring at them now for like a long time, decades upon decades. So yeah, these are not for like reading glasses. They're just for the blue light. All right, well, back to the drawing board. Did you cut down on donuts or anything? I don't think it's, I don't even know if it's still up. It might not even be up right now. Let's see. Yeah, it might be down for now just because I don't really do anything with it anymore. But yeah. No, I put together, literally I put together a boot camp because there was enough people that noticed the transformation on YouTube that were asking and were saying, yeah, no, I would pay, like, how did you do that? Like, the proof is right there. And you've actually kept it off too. So, like, not only did you lose the weight and reform the body, like, your body still actually looks like that. Hence why the site was called Maintain the Gains. Not get the gains. Anybody can get the gains. Anybody can lose weight temporarily. But to maintain it, that's the secret. That's the hard part. But yeah, I don't think the site's up right now. I don't know. Maybe I'll resurrect it. Maintain. Yeah. So, anyways. Did I do okay? I don't know. Did you give us the rest of the trade plan? You gave us an entry and you said 20 points, so that puts your stop at 120. I don't think, did you give us a target or no? Clay, I am half the man that I used to be. You're too consumed by your own fabulousness. That's impossible because it's a fact of how fabulous I am. Kevco, could you make it any more obvious how jealous you are of my good looks? Did you want to make it any more obvious? You're not doing a very good job of hiding your bitterness and jealousness. I'm telling you right now, if you just accept the fact that I look like a Greek god, your life will become easier. You won't be so jaded and bitter and miserable. I'm going to do this just for you, Kevco. You like that, Kevco? You want a piece of that? I'll let you touch it. Come here, boy. Up 500 was long from... Good job, Papacito. No, I don't remember that, Azara. I'm sorry, I don't remember that. But if you did, good job. Force fed. This is what force fed does. Instead of doing that, he has to stand up and his belly just over his belt loop goes bloomp. That's what force fed does. Stop force feeding yourself Twinkies. Get some protein in your life, force fed. I feel sorry for the people that are just logging on and they have no idea what's going on. For anybody that's new here, just understand that we have the cream of the crop here, okay? Cream of the crop baboons. It's kind of like that line from Star Wars, like when they're looking at Mos Eisley and they're like, there is no bigger place of what scum and villainy in like the entire galaxy. Like that's how this chat is. There is no bigger place filled with baboons than this chat. What a move, though. Look at the 5 minute. We might have, last week, I think the record was 9 green candles in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we're going to tie. I think the record from last week of most green candles in a row. We are going for 9. Now, granted, this candle just started, so we have quite a bit of time before this countdowns, but man, makes sense why my shorts have not been working recently, because when you short a move that turns out to be 9 green candles in a row, probably. We going short? I'm doing whatever you tell me to do, Jonathan, who I'm pretty sure has been here before. Now long 9MNQ. All right, Papacito. Oil. No, so I guess what, is oil going up right now, or at least sideways? Oh, yeah. Sideways, yet the markets are going up. Yeah. His first message on the channel. Roger that, Sokol. Yeah, earlier he told me to chillax, which tells me he's either trolling or he's a butterball that grew up not ever hearing anybody get a little animated in their speech. That's the two conclusions. He's either a troll or he's a butterball that needs to be toughened up a little bit. That he needs to be forged into a piece of iron. We may all be baboons here. We all may be dented baboons. But you're an iron baboon. Iron sharpens iron. Not warm sticks of butter. We don't want any butter baboons here. You got to be an iron baboon. Hey, I'm here for the trades. Yeah, you're here because you're a lazy sheep. Poor Yantan. He is still at the level in his life where he has not learned that if something sounds too good to be true, it actually is. He has not reached that life phase yet. I'm a midget and people call me squirrel. So you're a midget squirrel? Or what? I love you too. Are we looking at the 15-minute value gap in this region? No, I use value gaps as toilet paper. So that's my thought on value gaps. Those things are good for toilet paper. For a maggot, not for you. And definitely not for your dog. Not even qualified as toilet paper for you or your dog. Value gaps should be used as toilet paper for maggots. Exactly, rookie. Yakumo. Exactly. Dude, I'm a terrible fan. Oh, yeah, the Hiroko Saki gap. Who is Hiroko Saki from? Where are my children of the 80s and 90s at? Hiroko Saki. Let's see. At least I'm pretty sure. I would put an entry point as now for shorts. Hey, Billy T. How old are you, Billy T? I'm going to guess you're 44. Billy T's my new buddy, though. He's the only one that got that. Billy T's my boy. I'm guessing he's 44. Hey, good job, Ranger. Congrats, brother. I saw that trade plan ahead of time. Short it. Okay, where are you shorting it at, Meld? And where's your stop at? Can you give me those two numbers? Yeah, Billy T's my boy. He got the answer right. Hey, so is Shama King. Or Shaman King. How old do you think? I don't know. You didn't answer that question. It was this morning. 43. I think I'm also 43. I'm either 42 or 43. One of those two. See, I could tell, man. If you know that Hiroko Saki is the Shredder from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we're buddies. We're friends. Whether you like it or not, we're friends. $40 going on 41. Yep. See, that makes sense. That makes sense. You're 50. Yeah, okay. I don't know. So if you're 50, were you too old for Ninja Turtles? Skeletor might have been too old for Ninja Turtles when Ninja Turtles was like the cat's meow. When it was the bee's knees. What can I do to be your boy so I don't feel left out? I'll let you know. I'll let you know when an opportunity arises. I remember when they were big. Okay, but you were too old for him. Okay, I am thinking of a long here. Gonna try a long at that green line now. See if it wants to come back up. Children watch it, therefore, yeah. Dude, the first Ninja Turtles movie was so good. I still watch it, and it's, I mean, with my kids now, but. Sounds good, Dixon. I also knew I am 42. There you, Carrie, let's go. Carrie's my buddy. She's my sister from another mother. I am 53, always love my cartoons. Yeah, the second one was good too. Third one, no. When they went to Japan and time travel, no. I'm not gonna, no. Homie, don't play that. Hey, it's Jen, checking back in. We're gauging views on Israel and Iran and think yours would be valuable. Interested in chatting. Stop to end. I think that's how I get it off my list. Report spam. Delete and report spam. There you go. Michelangelo is your favorite? Yeah, I don't know who my favorite necessarily was. What do you think about... tomorrow is going to be pretty eventful. We got the Mag 7. We have the Fed meeting. I think tomorrow up until 2 p.m. is going to be kind of maybe a bit boring. Unless, of course, something happens with Iran stuff. I have nothing. Hey, cool. Phoenix Trading Labs. Well, good. I'm glad the algorithm made you aware of me. So welcome. Good to have you. Okay, I think I'm going to go. I am going for a long here. I am long. Let's see this thing try to come to life here now. Whoa, hey, somebody had out of... Uh-oh. What was that? What was that? Should I just get out? Is it going to spike now down? Oh, what to do? Doggone it. That's why I like to scatter orders up, just in case something like that happens, because I was not quick enough. Come on. Get back up there. I don't know. I'm nervous. I don't like when it does that, because it seems like it could just as easily now spike against me. I'm playing with fire. I am playing with fire. Come on. Hit that first target. Come on. Come on. I'm going to go for a little bit more on this one now. I don't know. Oh, dog, come on. Trying to just trade the trend. The trend is your friend, they tell me. Just go with the trend, they say. Wow. No, I don't think that was news. That wasn't. So now just gotta wait. I am long. Blue one is my entry. These are a couple initial targets. That spike right there was so nice, and I was getting oh so excited, and now I'm barely green on it. What's a Shrek candle? I don't think I've heard that one before. Just a big green candle, I would assume. Oh, big green candle, no wicks? Hey, anything that's green, I'll take it. Oh, look who decided to show up. I don't know. It was them. He might be my good luck charm. Jimbo shows up and we're getting some green. Sing, Jim, sing. Sing, Jim. He's still waiting at the well. Tell Jess to start singing too. Do your duet right now. Do it. All right, I'm about to bail. This thing is starting to really irritate me. Like, are you going to make this move or not? Oh, you're at the office right now? Come on, get up there. Do it. All right, I have to put my stop here now. I'm not, I would just, it would severely irritate for me for this thing to turn into a red trade. So please just bounce out. Don't stop me out. At least hit a couple of these targets. Come on. Come on. Dude, come on. Holy smokes. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Okay. Let's put out a couple more in case there's another spike. So this will be a green trade. Now it's just a question of how big of a green trade, because I don't know how high up this might want to go. All right. Do I move my stop up that tight to lock in some more gains? I'll give it some time to cook. Yeah. I do actually, now since moving to Iowa, I do have some real life friends into trading, yes. But like back in Michigan, I was the only one that traded. Come on. Come on. Okay, now I got to do this. I got to lock that in. We're plenty far away now. Okay, so my risk now is making 8 points. Reward unknown, because I don't know how high it'll go. I'll say that again. My risk right now is making 8 points. Reward unknown, because I don't know how high this might want to go. This is what we call the sweet spot of trading. When you can get yourself in a spot where your risk is still making money, that's a good spot to be in. Come on, push up there, brother. A little bit more. Get up there, brother. Do it, brother. There, see? That's the Clay, what's the holy grail of trading? You just got to blow like that. Hey! Let's go. Next target will be up there at VWAP, unless this thing wants to come down. So my risk right now is I'm making 13 points. Risk, making 13 points. Reward, unknown. Nice job, Papacito. Come on, bounce, brother. I always get stopped out doing this. Well, yeah, you should be, because you're in these trades until you get stopped out. So yes, you will always be stopped out. So that makes sense, rookie. That you're always stopped out using the stop loss strategy. That all checks out. So it sounds like you're doing it right. Michigan, was that Ann Arbor? Was what Ann Arbor? No, I never lived in Ann Arbor. I lived over on the west side of the state. All right, about to get stopped out. Woo! I'm not planning on getting that move, but hey, if it wants to keep on grinding, I'll take it. If it moves up through that yellow line, I'm going to move my stop up some more, though. Hold. 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 If you do not know the movie that's from, we got to talk. We got to have a serious discussion. Yeah, yep, that's where we're at, Grand Rapids area. Okay, games, low dots, Mario. What do you mean, question mark, Mario? Come on, keep pushing up. Keep pushing up. There we go. Let's get my stop there now. Now my risk is I make 20 points. In fact, I'm going to go up some more now. My risk is I make basically 21 points. I like these situations where my risk is making 21 points, reward unknown. Because again, I do not know how high up this wants to go. Therefore, I don't know how much money I'm going to actually make. Name the movie Almost There, Almost. I have not seen that one. It must be an absolute classic, though, if I'm supposed to know Almost There, Almost There. Keep on going, brother. Just push. Nice, slow, and grind. Let's take it up to VWAP. Ooh. Do it, brother. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, Doxo. Okay, now I make what, like 25 points? My risk is making 25 points. Reward unknown. Is it really going to give me VWAP? I don't think so. I don't believe you, Marky. You're not. You're just trying to fool me, Marky. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Marky. Marky's trying to get my hopes up that I'm actually going to get this target. I'm not falling for it, Marky. It is Braveheart, correct? No, that's something that everybody should know. If you didn't know that Hiroko Saki was Shredder from the Ninja Turtles, okay, fine. But if you don't get the hold, all right, stop there now. Now my risk is making 30 points. I like it. Risk making 30 points. Reward unknown. Am I seriously about to get VWAP here? Do it. Give me VWAP. Hit me, brother. Okay, don't ruin the entire trade by getting me that close and then bouncing off it. Because that's going to leave a... Marky, you're such a jerk. Marky, I'm reporting you to my local congressman. I think I have a congresswoman. Okay, I'm reporting Nancy Pelosi. It's her fault. Come on, Nancy. Let me get it. Come on, Nan. Don't be a Nancy. Let me just get it. Ah, there we go. Woo! See, that's why you don't smoke, kids. You have lungs like a champ, and you can do stuff like that. Don't smoke, and you can blow your way to profits. That didn't sound right. Anyways, keep moving. Keep moving upwards. Keep moving upwards. Okay, so this last one, I'm out, so I have to just let this last one work for me. No more. I can't believe I hit VWAP. Nice. That's great. For you, dense. As soon as I'm like, that didn't sound right. Yes, yes. I'm aware. As that left my mouth, I was like, this is not sound. This something. Yeah. So yeah, that was on me. Okay. Am I finally going to get stopped out here? And is it finally going to end? Is the trade... I'm not complaining. These are ones where, yeah, this was a long trade, but man, when you're in a grind like that, I'll take it. I have kids in it. Ooh, yeah, they don't know what that means. That's what I said. It was ambiguous enough, but I could see some people taking that not as intended. Was not my day today. That's right. Keep your head up. Whoa, hit. Okay, what time is it? Okay, this potentially, did somebody say so? Oh, look at this volume. Look at this volume. A random time, so this wasn't like some reporter something. I'm the survey guy from yesterday. I can't quite say that means anything, the survey guy. Sorry, that's not ringing a bell. I think I vaguely remember your name, but yeah, that name tied to a survey guy? No. Oh, oil dumped a bit. Ooh, yeah, oil's getting a little spicy. That is true, Todd. That is a good step in the right direction. Found your channel yesterday, was asking many questions, and you thought I was some guy taking survey. Oh! Yeah. Okay. So you're the person that I thought was maybe a student doing a project, and then you were just like interviewing us all. That's right. That does ring a bell. That's you. So was I right? Are you a student doing a project? Again, if you are, that's actually kind of smart. That's a quick way to like interview a bunch of traders is just go to a stream. U.S. intelligence agencies are examining how Iran would. Maybe that was. I don't know. That got spicy there. I don't know about like super spicy. It's time for Mr. Wilson. As in Mr. Wilson from Home Improvement? I'm a student, but that survey part was a joke. I'm just trying to learn how to trade and stumbled. Gotcha. Okay. So you're not doing like a school project or anything. Like I saw, it seems as though the deal right now is Iran opens up the strait, and then like nuclear talks will be later on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's where things were beforehand. Like the strait was open, and then we were like nuclear talks were supposed to be happening. So I guess the one difference would be Iran has very, very much less so of a military now. But other than that, I don't know. Oh, Dennis the Menace. Okay, that's true too. That was a little bit before I kind of remember. That's true. But Wilson was also in, okay, they just called him Wilson though, not Mr. Wilson. Well, thank you, Bodan, for the kind words. I'll take it. And no, that's true. Yep. These stay ad-free as long as people are using code CLAY. I have no problems, and I've always said from day one, there is the business component to all this. And if the stream is going to continue, and if we're going to keep it ad-free, then got to use code CLAY, all caps. But I think that's a good little fair bargain. People use code CLAY. Then who cares about the YouTube ad revenue type stuff? But yes, thank you. But again, I'm not here saying like, oh, it's no ads because I'm such a nice guy, blah blah blah. No, that would be a little bit of an exaggeration. There is the part where you guys have essentially earned no ads because people are using code CLAY. So those are just the little areas that it's reflected in. Yo, should I buy right here or sell? Well, I'm not arrogant enough to presuppose that I know your strategy better than you yourself know your strategy. So should you buy or sell right here? What I'm going to say is, well, just consult your strategy because you would know your strategy better than I ever could. So let me ask you, does your strategy say that you should buy or sell right here? Thank you, Vin. I think you might be a little bit behind, though, in the stream. If you're just now saying beautiful trade, that trade's been over now about 5 minutes. No. Not that I'm aware of, rookie. Joe Vavu, yes. I'm sorry, Joe Vavu. I do not know what that yes is in regards to. I do not know. I'm not we thinking about doing a long sell. I'm not. You're not what? Who's we? Oh, maybe you and your dog. That's in the picture. I think that. Oh crap, I don't think that's a dog. What is that? Oh no, it is a dog. Okay, it is a dog. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know if you should buy or sell because I don't know your strategy, brother. So best I can do for you is follow your strategy. And if your strategy says don't do either, well then sit on those hands. Well, hey, we were just talking about it with the no ads and all that sort of stuff, but the best way to help support the stream, as this is totally viewer supported, hopefully someday we'll get some sponsorships and this sort of stuff won't matter as much. But as of now, it does matter. If the stream is going to continue, if we're going to keep it ad-free, then yeah, code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms is how you can help support the stream. I recommend I Love Take Profit Trader, but I do understand everybody's at different stages in their journey. So wherever you're at, if you're with any of these prop firms, and like I said, you want to save yourself some money because code CLAY will give you whatever the current deal is at the prop firms. So it's a double win for you. You're helping to support a stream that you want to continue, and you're saving yourself some money. So you are, like I said, you're getting a bunch of wins by using it. So code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms. I'm going to go ahead and call it good. On your way out, if you have not yet hit that like button, please do so. That also helps. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Usually I'm here early, so if you want to know exactly when I do go live, latest I'll be here is 11 a.m. Eastern. But if you want to know exactly when I go live, that is where turning on notifications will help out in that regard. So overall, a good session, and I'll take it. Ended on a nice trade. And yeah, hopefully we can get more of the same in the next couple of days. So thank you everybody for being here again. Hit that like button on your way out. Code CLAY, all caps, help support the stream, feed some hungry children. So take care everybody. Have a good one.